Okay. When we saw our adventurers last, they entered into a village, following the haunting wails of a woman. Looming under the watch of a far-off castle, the party of 4 found their way to a drab townhouse, where inside sat a heartbroken mother whose daughter is apparently missing. After leaving her to her sorrows, the group enters a tavern owned by a Vistani couple, a small family dressed very vibrantly. Quickly, a young, wary Barovian man, Ismark Kolyanovich, approaches them, inquiring about their purpose and asking for their help. Realizing Aragol is not at the tavern, nor was the note she gave you actually from the now-deceased burgomaster, the party directs their intentions to Ismark's home. Apparently, before the burgomaster, Ismark's father, passed, he and his daughter, Irina, faced horrors of the night, barely escaping with their lives each time. Upon meeting Irina, the party decides to follow her wishes and accompany Ismark to the church to bury their father. The church is home to one Father Donovich and what he claims is his son, howling and screaming from the basement. As 3 of you discuss what the fate of the son should be, Fiel steps outside. On the perimeter, just beyond the tree line, lurks 3 creatures. Father Donovich warns of them, and Fiel heeds the warning in the way that he deems most appropriate, by firing an arrow at them. We begin tonight's session with an initiative roll, please.
From everybody?
Everybody roll initiative.
Oh, fuck me. Alright, I'm gonna use my cat for
Which dice should I use?
What?
Which dice should I use?
Oh, I need to get the new beyond up. It's D&D.
Guys, which dice should I use?
Tiny.
I want.
Merit?
17.
Daedric?
Come to me last. I'm pulling it up.
Kane?
17 as well.
And I'll say Kanye.
That's valid.
Fiel?
I will answer to Kanye.
20!
Daedric?
I rolled a 10 plus 2. 12.
Okay, give me 1 second.
I have a higher dex, most likely than Kane.
Okay. Kane, what is your dex?
My dex is a 14.
Yeah. I like
Okay.
It's
Oh, my dex is actually a 15.
Okay.
I think she probably still wins, but my dex is actually a 15.
Oh, my dex is also a 15.
Daedric, what's your dex?
Now you have to rock, paper, scissors for it.
Daedric, what is your dexterity modifier?
Plus 2, 14.
Okay. Alright. And
I
with
only
that...
I only rolled a 10 plus 2 for the 12.
Okay. And with that, Fiel, you begin the battle. You see in the distance 3 creatures.
Okay.
Are they that close already? Just
Yes.
Curious. Okay, cool.
That's fine.
It's showing up on my screen. I can hurt real. They look like.
Yeah, what do they look like?
They are, from what you can see, tall creatures, dark brown in color. Their arms are pretty long, kind of sweeping along the ground, and they like have spikes. You can't, if you want to make a perception roll.
No, because that would, I think that would be a seek action.
Yeah, it would.
That.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and.
I don't think that's actually a thing in this system, but sure.
Oh shit, they're scary.
Unless you're looking for a hidden creature, I don't think that exists in this system, but
Those
doesn't matter.
lizard men?
Okay, so I will go ahead and as they begin to approach, I will walk forward, and let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I will begin to walk forward, and as I walk down the staircase of the chapel, you notice that my head height stays the same. That with each step, I just grow to meet it. That by the time I get to the bottom, I am this large figure. And again, you see these red runes kind of grow from the base of my neck and up and across my head, and then flare with this deep crimson color as they seem to kind of stretch my form and enhance my muscles. As I just kind of drop my bow and begin to draw my axe, I will say back to the preacher and say, "Do not worry, priest. I simply would rather these creatures take notice of us and not another in this town." And walk and run straight through. So go ahead and do that guy, and when you have a second, if you could make this guy big, that would be great.
Make which one big?
The red one. My character piece.
How do I make him big?
Just click on it and then click and drag one of his corners out.
How big is he?
He's large, so 2x2.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna steam forward and just come down for a slamming strike against the blue guy.
Okay.
That's gonna be a 10.
10 will miss.
Yep.
Okay. Is that all you do?
That is all I do.
Okay, after you go, our friend Ismark is going to draw a longsword that he had on his belt and move. Ooh, I don't have a piece in there.
Is he?
He's in there, I just don't have a piece on there for him. Hold on.
You can use normal shield.
Oh, and now it's not opening his piece. Is there a reason why it wouldn't open his piece?
Can I look?
Yeah, you can look. What, like?
What
It's
the
supposed
hell?
to be a whole list of
Yeah.
the pieces.
Can you open other things? What the fuck's going on
Try
there?
refreshing the page.
Yeah, let me do that. It's Ismark's turn, and he is going to appear.
He's gonna delay.
Actually, yeah, let's say that. He's gonna draw his sword, and he's just gonna use his movement to get up to the door to kind of see what's going on. And then after him, he's got his sword drawn, but after him, it's Merritt.
Alright.
Alright, Merritt.
Merritt's gonna hear the commotion and. Oh, God. 1, 2. I guess that's the doorway. 3, 4, 5.
Oh, there it is. Hey.
He's right there.
What's his name?
More like bitch mark.
And I'm going to say Amity, and she's going to pop out. And Amity is going to be. I don't know if I can do that. Yeah, she's going to come out. And then she'll like over here by the doorway. And then so that's my full action. And then my movement. So my action, yeah, I'll draw my longboard and take a shot at green.
Your longboard. All right.
It's not done anything, right?
Huh? What'd you do?
Green hasn't done anything yet.
No.
My gosh, such a good. I forget it. Good. 17 plus 6 is 23.
To hit? Yes, that will hit.
Oh, I used D8s, not D6s. What was I thinking? And Amity's going to use her reaction to pump some fire damage into this.
Okay.
I think that's a D6 for me. Yeah, D6. So, do you need me to know what the fire damage is?
Yes,
separately?
please.
First regular damage is 6 regular damage and 3 fire damage.
Wow, okay, so with that hit, you see the flames crash across this creature's body. And that looks like it hurt more than you expected it to. Looks like the flames lingered a little longer and burned a good bit of its chest area off. It reels back and lets out a "Ah!" Man, that really hurt. Is that all your all you can do?
Amity
Okay.
is going to. What's Amity gonna do, guys? What's Amity gonna do? Amity is going to go up to. What's Amity's movement? More than mine. Stand next. Get on this side of green guy and make a little bite attack.
Okay.
Oh, good again. Good job. That's a 21,
That will hit.
and that is 3 regular damage. Or no. Oh, sorry. Just 2 regular. No, God, never mind. No regular damage. Just 4 fire damage.
And with that, the creature lets out a painful and its charred body kind of drifts in the wind and it collapses to the ground. Seemingly dead. Kane, it's your turn.
Oh, what are you guys looking at? I kind of like stumble my way out in the hallway, being the last one to kind of see what's going on here. And I'm gonna like scratch my head next to Amity and say, I don't know what they are, but they look flammable. And I'm gonna say, I'm gonna use the rest of my movement to step outside. I'm gonna say, hey big man, cover your eyes. Sparky, go get him! And I'm gonna summon Sparky. Let's see, 30 feet. Can I put Sparky right there?
Mm-hmm.
As so the explosion does not hurt my friend here, but I will need both of them to make dexterity saving throws when I summon Sparky.
9.
That will fail.
9.
That will also fail. Cool. They will both take 1d6 plus my proficiency modifier, 3 fire damage each.
Okay.
And then I'll use my bonus action to just have Sparky make his flaming seed attack on another one. Actually, I'll use my bonus action to tell Sparky... Is the green one still alive?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh yeah, get out of there.
Then I will have Sparky move right over here, and then Sparky's going to use his fiery teleportation ability to try and teleport to this others to... He's going to, like, fly this way, and then... Actually, no, he doesn't want to get that close to you. So, he's going to fly this way. I kind of want him to teleport behind him, but there isn't a behind them on this map. Is that okay?
Yeah, I just don't know how to get rid of fog without getting rid of all of it. So
That's okay. Then he's going to use his fiery teleportation
you could
ability.
say he's behind him.
Yeah,
for
he's
now.
just gonna back up then. He's gonna come back towards me. He can
Okay.
only go 15 feet, so
Okay.
5, 10, 15. So he's gonna move in close to them, get right up in their face, and then fiery teleport back towards me. So they both need to make dex saves again, as it leaves an explosion of flame where he teleports from.
Natural 20
Well, one of them saves.
for the red, and then 13 for the other.
Okay, so that was better damage. So that was 6 damage. They both succeed, though, I think. Because it's my spell save DC, which is a 13.
Okay.
So they both take 3 more fire damage. Because I
Okay.
rolled twice the damage, but they both succeeded this time.
All right, man, and with those hits, man, that fire just totally. As soon as it meets their skin, it up in flames basically for a quick second. They both let out this scream, this screech that really hurt.
Kane looks at the burning and is just like, nah, that's good shit. That-
And the blue creature, he is not very happy about that, so he is going to move Well, 1, 2. Here, he's going to use his. He's going to attack Ismark with a ranged attack.
Oh no.
Let's see. He shoots his arm out, and from his arm fly these needle-looking spikes right at Ismark. That's a natural one. So Ismark ducks right out of the way and totally misses it. And then with its bonus action, it's going to like put its thumb in its mouth and blow. And you know, in cartoons, like your head gets like balloony.
Yeah.
So it's gonna do that, and then from its head, a pink misty spore is gonna come out and waft through the air. And that's it. And after him...
Wait, hold on. Point of order. This is still the same day that we've even arrived in town, right?
Yes. It's nighttime.
Right. Well, okay, then I'll just say I will have spent a spell slot to bring Amity out.
Okay.
Because technically I already brought her out once today, but my brain
Yes.
is saying a new session, new day, which isn't correct. So just for my own
When did
sake,
you bring
I
Amity
stuck-
out already?
When did you bring Amity out already?
Well, if it's the same day that we came into town, it's the same day that we woke up. And didn't we fight something?
No, we
No.
fought the Harpies the night before.
Yeah,
But then we
so-
woke up in the mist, walked here, almost ran into some wolves, but we ran away from those wolves. And then we walked into town and haven't fought anything yet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
that's not
sure.
Sorry, never mind.
You're good.
Thank you.
From this spore type thing that comes from its head, it wafts around you into the forest, and you hear a
Oh no.
just a little bit in the distance and a creature
Anal poop is not good.
Is-
Anal poop is bad.
walking towards you. And appearing here is a huge tree that you hadn't noticed before, with a face and glowing yellow eyes and swinging arms as big as trunks.
Is it a large creature or is it medium sized?
It's a large. It's as big as a tree. It's a large creature, I would assume.
Okay. If you want to, you could drag its token out to me.
Just like you did him.
Oh yeah, sure.
Make it big.
There you go. Big tree.
Big tree.
With
Like
the big-
Lord of the Rings, big tree?
Yep. Boom, boom. It's walking towards you. It's faster than you'd think a tree would be, and it is his turn,
Oh no.
and he is going
Fuck my shit up,
to.
Treebeard.
So it's gonna reach. It's gonna reach its tree arm, and with a long reach, slam it into you, Fyo. Is it 21?
You're 21.
Yeah.
As this massive tree arm comes flying towards me, the rune on my axe is going to flash up, and I'm just going to grab it as it comes and pull it past me and slam it into the guy that's standing behind me, as I will redirect the attack to the blue guy. So if a 21 hits the blue guy, roll the damage for the tree hit and apply it to
With
the blue
what?
guy.
How did you do that?
Cloud rune.
With my cloud rune.
Okay.
You can do that once a day.
Okay.
Regardless of the range of the attack, he can redirect it to somebody else that's within 30 feet of him, I think. Something
Well,
like that.
that fucking sucks because this giant tree just totally smashes this smaller tree-looking creature into the ground.
Sweet.
And
Nice. That was pretty good.
yeah,
Is that one dead? The blue one?
the one is dead.
Sweet.
And
Do that, do that,
That was pretty smooth for a giant creature, also against a giant tree. To just.
and it yells, "Ooh!"
Nice.
in anger. And Dedrick, it is your turn.
I am going to use my movement to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm going
Do the
to
roar.
assess the situation and say,
Do the roar.
5. That's my movement. And then I'm going to take my javelin and I'm going to throw it at this motherfucker
Go for it.
tree. Okay. 15 to hit.
With the throw of a javelin, it pierces this tree's bark hide. For how much damage?
Ooh! I did not think that was going to hit. For 5 total damage.
Okay.
Okay.
5 piercing damage.
Okay.
He doesn't seem bothered by that, hardly.
Oh.
He looks at it in annoyance and then looks at you.
Well, that's my turn.
Okay. After you, the red creature
Better not.
is also going to not move, but throw his arm up and shoot these needles right at you, Fjell.
You got it.
Natural 19 with a plus 3, 22. Will a 22 hit you? Okay.
Yeah, no.
4 damage.
4 damage.
And then it's going
Drop
to...
down. I don't like seeing.
What?
Nothing. I'm talking to myself. Apologies.
Okay. And then it's gonna move 1, 2, 3.
Are there still spooky spores pouring out of the one that died?
No.
Oh, okay.
Hell yeah.
They just like puffed out of his head for a second and blew in the wind into the forest.
Oh, man, he fucking...
After that, I keep forgetting I have to say who's after that. Father Donovich.
The one that Amity killed?
What?
That happened to the one that the tree killed.
Yeah.
The blue one.
Did it happen to the one that Amity killed too?
Just the blue one.
Okay.
And it happened during his turn, not when he died. Father Donovich is gonna...
What's this bitch gonna do?
6, 7, 8,
He's ugly.
9. He's gonna hop into this room,
Huh?
if you guys can see him, and slam the door and just hide. For now. And then we're back at the top of the round with Fjell.
Okay.
Good old.
Fjell is going to step forward, and as he does, he will take his axe in both hands and just go, I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. He swings into the tree creature with a composite 20.
That will hit.
Nice.
Ooh.
Fuck yeah.
For 9 slashing damage.
Okay.
I think in this instance it might be chopping damage, but
Alright. You slice a big hunk of bark off of it.
Oh, sorry. Hold on.
oh yeah, you add your giant damage.
Plus 5 slashing damage.
Hey, 14 is better
Chopping
than that.
damage.
You slice a big piece of bark off of it, and it looks at you with these glowing yellow eyes and an open maw. And it just goes... "Ugh." And after Fjell is Ismark, and he is going to... Oops,
Well,
let me...
Ismark, you don't need.
With
you
his
don't need a
sword,
hero.
he'll come here, and he will swing... Where's his character?
That man is literally a giant. Don't be a hero.
He will use his longsword, and swing twice with a
Twice?
multi-attack.
Ismark's badass.
Damn, 12 misses, and oh, that might hit. And a 15, so one of his attacks will hit.
Nice. Go, Ismark, go. Get they ass.
For 9 damage.
Wow.
9. That would be slashing, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Ismark is stronger than I expected.
Fuck
He
yeah.
he slashes, and he looks at you, and he goes, "That wasn't very smart of you, giant."
Mhm.
And Merritt, it's your turn.
Alright. Merritt's going to duck like kind of right into the doorway next to her good friend.
Oh, hi,
In the
Merritt.
doorway a little bit.
How you doing?
Say, these really, enemies here. I don't know that we should be fighting. Just some fucking trees, but alright. And she's going to shoot an arrow at the little red tree.
Go for it.
And Amity, assuming, I gotta hit first. Hold on. Actually. See?
What?
Red guy?
16 hits.
16 will hit.
Okay.
Ooh.
Amity's gonna pump a little bit of fire, so it's a little bit of steam coming and smoke coming off the arrow.
Cool.
That is 9 normal damage and 4 fire damage.
Yeah, easily enough, you hit him seemingly in a weak spot, and it just and falls to the ground. Dead.
Hell yeah.
Okay, then I'm going to use my bonus action to command my Drake to move over here. So I don't know. Okay, how does flanking work in this? Do they have to be the same size to be flanking, or does it just matter that it's a front?
By default in 5e there is no flanking.
Yeah, it's an optional rule. But by that optional rule, if you are on the opposite facing of a creature, and you can draw a line from the center of your piece to the center of your friendly piece, and it passes through the center of the opposing piece, then that is flanking.
I'm thinking of engaged. Probably is what I'm thinking of.
Engaged, engaged. Like
I know, but I'm just trying to think of. Obviously, it could have rolled, but I'm just trying to think of what. Okay, well, if there's not flanking, then it'll say where.
You can have flanking. I don't care.
I'm sorry.
I would say it's entirely up to Mallory
Yeah,
whether
go
you want
ahead.
to institute flanking.
Yeah, sure.
rules.
I'd say you're flanking from where you are.
Okay, I don't even really know what that means in the system, but
It would normally give you advantage on the attack unless Mallory wants it to mean something else.
No, that's fine. Advantage, yeah.
Okay, then Amity will
Go for it.
try and, I guess, bite at the roots of this thing, or
Okay.
whatever it's like feet/roots thing.
Yeah.
He's very little, so just a little like a dog with a stick.
Mm.
That's are good. 13.
That beats its meats.
Nice.
Alright. Then that will be. Oh, good. That'll be 8 fire damage.
Nice.
Amity.
Oh, damn.
Okay. All right.
No, 7. I'm sorry. 7 damage.
Okay. That looks like it hurt him really bad. The fire quickly spread across its form, and it lets out this deep wailing. Ooh! It didn't like that at all. That hurt really bad. Is that your turn? Okay, Kane, you are up.
Okay, seeing what I was eyeing up the red one, and then this arrow just like killed it in a puff of flame. I turn over my head and I go, nice, and I start running over this way, and I say, Sparky, get over here! And I'm going to use my bonus action to command Sparky, and then I'm going to shout out in Draconic to Amity as I start charging a spell, and I go, oh, Amity, are you good with fire? Is Amity immune to fire? And then I'm going to release a Burning Hand spell,
Okay.
which is in a cone, so Amity will also be in it if it matters, but it's all
Sure.
fire damage.
What is the...
And
It's
it will
all
make
fire.
a dex save.
Amity is immune to whatever damage her essence is when I bring her out.
8.
8 will fail, so he will initially take 8 fire damage.
Okay.
And 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's, Sparky is then going to fly over here with my bonus action and take a Flaming Seed attack at the guy for a... Pretty good. I don't know what his plus to hit is, though. My ranged spell attack modifier. So that is a composite 20.
Yeah, that'll hit.
So that will do another 7 fire damage.
And with that, how would you like to do this?
Oh yeah, okay. I'm gonna run up and I'm gonna say, you guys remember when we got here and we were talking about just burning down the whole forest? And I'm gonna unleash this cone of flame that as I shoot it out, my phoenix is just going to like fly in like the inside of the cone and match its velocity, and they're both just going to crash into the thing's branches.
Sure.
And then Kane's just gonna sit there and admiring the burning treant while Sparky is perched on its smoldering branches.
Awesome. So with that, the awakened tree creature just kind of collapses to its root knees and then falls over with a and then leaves on its head like as it hits the ground. And for now, your threats seem to be eliminated. But it seemed as if the spores that came from the blue guy's head perhaps called that tree to aid. You're not sure how safe you will be if you continue to stay out here. Anybody want to do anything right now?
Everybody
Yeah.
back in, yeah?
I think it is good to get it back inside.
Ismark is immediately going to run and find Father Donovich and make sure he's okay. And then if you guys want to go back.
Oops. I'm going to just go back inside. Sit right here.
Just no more battle.
As you, I'm still standing there admiring my work. But as you start to walk past me, Kane's gonna put a hand up and say, "Whoa, hey, are you good? Are you like right in the head?"
I am fine.
Okay, because hey, this was a great time. You're probably gonna get some shit for it in there, though. I'm just throwing that one your way.
The little one with the bow.
Probably all four of them.
No. She mentioned undead in the area.
Uh-huh.
Lots of them.
These aren't undead.
They are not.
These are trees.
Could not decipher that from the distance and the darkness.
So your thought process was shoot an arrow at it and see what happens? I love that thought process, just didn't peg you for that sort of, actor.
I was taking a gamble. I'd rather any shambling members of the afterlife find their way to me than to Lady Irene up the town. Maybe perhaps a child who was just coming home late from the fields.
I don't know, Chief. Seems like they know not to go out at night. But, I mean, who am I to judge? It was fun. We got to stretch our legs. But, I mean, if you want to worry about taking out undead threats, there is one still in the basement, he said goadingly.
I'm not interested in going against the will of this town.
Are you guys still outside?
But speaking of the one in the
The
basement,
bell's ringing.
if the child of the religious leader of this town can fall to such darkness, it does not seem unlikely that any other can.
You hear footsteps and panting as Father Donovich appears in the doorway. Please, come back inside. Thank you for saving us, but we don't need anything like that again tonight.
Yeah, about respecting wishes. Let's go inside. Yeah, don't worry, Padre. Everything's all good out here.
He runs back inside.
You say it's one of your languages? that you-
Granted, I don't think we, by technicality, saved you, because we did indeed put you in danger in the first place.
I know.
And by we, I do mean Fjell. I take no ownership for this, however, it was fun.
I know.
It was...
Not fun for me, but
You're fine. You hid in the room with your kid.
okay. Should we finish preparing the body?
Speaking of your kid.
Oh, yes, my son?
Yeah.
What of him?
Are you sure he's alright?
He's perfectly fine.
You see, it's like every time you say that, it's like everything's fine until you say, "Fuck you, my child is perfectly fine," and then
Child in question.
and then I hear him scream, and I don't know if this is just like a call and response thing you do to like scare the newcomers.
Listen, no.
If this is like hazing.
I'm doing my duties as a priest. I'm praying over him. Soon, the morning Lord will bless us. and heal my son.
Ooh, but what if? Get this is some cool philosophy. Now, I'm not a religious individual, but I am a philosophical one. Maybe your God sent us to deal with the problem. Because we are four complete outsiders who you've not seen or met, somehow managed to get into Barovia behind all odds, possibly divine intervention, just throwing that one out there, for the express purpose of coming here and helping your son. I don't want to, speak any words into anyone's ears, but it sounds awfully divine to me. I call the comfy bed.
Make a persuasion check for me.
If you'd like me
I
to.
would.
I call ourselves like heaven sent or something.
That is a natural 17 minus 1 to 16.
Okay. Do you walk away from him, or do you
Yeah, I say, oh, by the way, I call the comfy bed. And
Okay.
I'm not going to walk away. I'm just standing around.
Okay. He goes, perhaps you are right. Perhaps you were sent for...
But, oh, well, hold on. Hey, Merritt and the men gather round. Say it again.
Say what?
Let's start from the beginning.
Yeah, no, we're right here. We heard him. I just
Perhaps the Morning Lord is sending someone to help, but my son doesn't need your help in this way. Perhaps you have been sent to...
Perhaps if we are the ones who are sent, we are the ones who know how to handle the situation.
Of my son, or of the curse on this country? Because I can assure
The
you,
screaming monster in the basement.
he's not a monster. He is my son. He's harmless.
Whoa.
Let us get back to the matter at
Where
hand.
comforting noises come from monsters seconds before their death.
Many adventurers speak in ways I don't understand. Let's get back to the matter at hand and prepare the poor burgomaster for his proper burial and send-off. And he starts to walk back up towards the thing.
issue right now. I mean, that can be, you and Izzy can work on that. Kind of a bit of a problem in that we're now just shooting at and attacking things, drawing attention to ourselves that aren't undead. The problem of which is that tree could easily, the big one, and maybe even the little ones, could easily smash through any piece of this building within seconds, and then all of the work that has been done with those holy symbols, I made this accent, holy symbols, is just absolutely undone. And no one is safe at all inside.
Ismark looks at you guys.
Probably should be a bit more careful before drawing any attention of any kind, living or unliving, during, the night time.
Kane has his arms crossed and is standing behind you and nodding judgmentally at Fjell.
Ismark sheaths his sword and steps forward and also speaks to wherever Fjell is, I guess right there. And he says, you are capable of fighting, I can see that. But there are things that exist in these woods and in the mists that could kill us. We got lucky tonight. And we will be safe here if we stay quiet and we stay low and we don't disturb the things outside.
Understood.
Thank you. And he approaches Donovich to
Would you
finish.
say that it is your culture to not disturb the things in the woods?
It is...
Just say yes.
No. It
Damn
is...
it.
It
Ismark,
is
I was
so,
trying
it
to
is
help
so
you.
we can be alive the next day, to be honest.
Ergo culture. And he winks obviously at Fjell.
Understood.
Right. Anyway, so are we just saying goodnight then? Are we just gonna chill out until the
No, we
morning?
need to bury this dead guy.
They're not gonna bury him till the morning, and then they gotta do a bunch of
Yeah, but we gotta prepare the body. We were kind of interrupted.
I mean,
Donovich did say last session that it wouldn't take all of you guys to prepare the body, but he is not comfortable with burying him until dawn, which is part of that's what they do. So he offered the rooms for you guys if you wanted to rest, want to stand guard, you can help if you want, but even if they finish before dawn, they will not bury him before dawn.
Yeah, I say we shack up for the night.
yeah, I have absolutely no desire to help prepare the body. One, because I don't know what I'm doing. Actually, that's primarily it. I think that's Padre. Isn't that not your job?
If you are not interested in preparing the body, you can leave that to me and Ismark.
Perfect. I really just don't know what I'd be doing. I mean, I'm not squeamish or anything. I just
That's fine. we can do it.
cool, tight.
The least I would like to observe.
Of course.
Yeah,
You are all welcome to pray with us over the body. It's part of the ritual. But you said you are not a religious fellow, so
no,
perhaps
not
not.
particularly.
That's fine.
Yeah, when you've ridden on a ship past the corpse of a god in the middle of the astral sea, you just kind of lose it. But doesn't matter.
He just looks at you.
All right, good night, folks.
A normal, and he just goes back to whoa, and goes back to the body. So if you guys would like, you can bed down for the evening. You can go help the priest and Ismark. Okay, Fiel. You can approach and help them. Daedric and Merritt.
I'll stay awake until everyone else is starting to bed down.
Okay, Merritt.
I'm gonna go to the room with our little friend on the floor.
Okay.
And just me and Amity. I don't remember which room had the trapdoor.
Bottom right.
Yeah, bottom right.
Yeah. We're just gonna sort of lean against a wall. I mean, she only stays up for 2 hours, but for those 2 hours, we're just gonna simultaneously just like sit there and kind of start to nod off, but try and watch the trapdoor.
Okay, as you do that, whatever creature is in the basement kind of skitters, and you can hear the vibration or feel the vibrations and hear him following where you're going. And you hear a pounding on the trap door, but it doesn't seem to be moving. It's like I said, it's kind of swollen into the hole. New blood? I can smell you. Just come down.
Who are you?
I'm hungry.
Oh, there's a joke in there somewhere, I think. Well, hi, hungry. I'm Merritt. This is Amity. We're visitors. Your dad's there. Have you
I'm not interested in that. I just want to taste your warmth.
Okay. And I'm just gonna sit there and watch the trapdoor.
Okay. He pounds on it. After about 30 seconds of pounding, if you don't respond, he stops and stays quiet.
Then watch until I fall asleep.
Okay.
I'm gonna try both beds. Which one's more comfortable?
I would say which one? I'm so sorry. The bottom left. That's more comfortable. That is the son's room, from what Donovich said. Seems less used, softer.
I'm gonna take that one.
Okay. Are you going to sleep?
Yeah, I mean.
At this point, it's probably like 9 or 10 o'clock at night. Ish.
If anybody needs me, I will be in this room until the morning. Unless anybody has any reason for me to not be in this room until the morning. All right, good night.
Let's all try and be here when we wake up. Yeah. No one disappear off anywhere else, magically or otherwise.
I will do my best.
I will do my best.
Hey.
Daedric, where were you sitting to sleep?
Me?
Yeah, like where were you gonna go?
So I am sat against this wall right now.
Okay.
Just sitting up against the wall. I'm gonna stay awake until they finish preparing the body, stow it, and go to bed. And then as soon as Fiel starts heading to bed, I'll follow him.
Okay.
Could I have reclaimed my javelin from the tree?
Sure, you can, what, would you like to do that now, or would you have said you did that before you went back inside?
Could I have done that before? I went
Absolutely.
back in?
Yeah, so you go out to it,
Okay.
you notice this tree-like creature in the ground. It's got these, like, needle-type spikes coming out of it, and you just,
Hell yeah.
pull the javelin out and go back inside.
That
No.
is the first time in my D&D career that I have retrieved a thrown weapon.
Nice. Yeah.
No, Do you want me to keep track of arrows and things? Specifically arrows, I don't know why I said and things.
Yes.
I just said I started with 40 as
That's-
an arbitrary number I
that's
just made
fine.
up. Is that
40.
okay?
Yeah, 40's fine. Yeah,
I'll say I shot 5.
that's fine. Fiel, if
Yeah,
you
do
are
ever
you
keep
helping?
track of that now?
Are you helping them, or are you just observing what they're doing?
I would like to be as involved as they will let me.
Okay, they absolutely take you up on your help. Roll a medicine check for me.
20.
Okay. With your background and your wisdom of just being out and being an adventurer, you pretty much know how to prepare bodies. What they're doing is not outside of the norm for the preparation of burial for dead. They are, Ismark is kind of laying flowers down. Donovich is just doing what he can to prepare the body, and you help. You actually reduce their time by an hour, so it only takes you about 2 hours to finish preparing the body. And after the body is finished to a degree, they close the coffin up and move it towards the like just sitting on the altar. And Ismark says, "Thank you for your help. I think we're good for the evening. If you don't mind, I'm going to stay up for a bit to keep watch, and just let me know if you need anything." And he's going to go stand at the door and just kind of peer out. The door's shut. He's going to use like the slats in the boarding to kind of watch. And Donovich is just, without speaking to you, going to go lay next to the altar and sit on his knees and pray. And just keep praying.
Okay. Then I will go back around the altar and behind the altar, and very similar to when I walked into the bar. I'm gonna like kind of tear down my left pauldron there and set it like on that back wall, and unsheath or really untie my large sword. It's still sheathed, and set it against the back wall, and then I will go to my knees and sit there with him as he prays.
Okay. Are you going to say anything or just kind of listen to him?
Yep. I am specifically listening to him, actually.
He is praying, and actually you kind of notice that his voice is kind of hoarse. This seems to like perhaps be a ritual he does every night. He's just praying to the Morning Lord for the salvation of his son.
Okay.
He's repeating the same prayer over and over. If you go behind the altar, or do you stand where you're at?
I would go around.
Okay.
Yeah.
You see, just in that little archway, there's a huge rope, and going up the rope is a bell tower.
Oh, okay.
And if you look up, there's just a bell. But you notice this big rope now that you have gone back there.
Okay.
So. Okay.
That's so sad.
How long do you sit there?
By that question, I'm going to assume that he's not just going to do this for like 10 minutes and then call it a night.
How long do you sit there?
Fiel would try and stick it out, but if it got to like...
It gets to a point where he doesn't do anything different with his prayer, and you think, fuck, if I don't go to bed soon, I might be exhausted in the morning.
Okay. Damn, I don't know if Fiel would interrupt him at this point.
And depending on how late you stay there, after about 2 hours into the evening, like we're just approaching midnight, like maybe it's 11:45-ish, Ismark, would you still be awake at this point?
Yeah, oh yeah.
He's gonna come approach you. Everybody else, are you asleep now, or
Yes,
Daedric, are you awake?
I would be back here.
I'm still waiting for Fiel.
Okay.
I want to talk to him before we go to bed.
Okay. Awesome.
Ismark is gonna approach you and say, "Are you praying?"
It is more of a state of reverence, as he'll just kind of like staying on his knees and just kind of look up at him. I have found in my travels that the best way to learn a culture is to experience it. Where I am not as learned as the father here, I can experience it.
He nods solemnly and kind of looks at Daedric, just sitting and kind of watching, and he goes, well, if you're not too invested in this, let me show you something.
Give me a moment.
Sure. He starts to walk away, and he approaches Daedric at this point, and he goes, again, if you are not interested in this prayer, or if I may pull you for a moment, just come meet me by the doors.
Moment.
Phil, Jesus, is just going to just quietly stand up, turn around, re-gear himself, and everything like that. And then it might take him like a minute to do this, like a minute or two. He's going to pull from his pouch one of those stones that he picked up on his way here. He's going to carve the... one second, I'll get the name of it real quick, just because I like knowing the names of it. D&D. And it's right there. Helig, okay. He will carve another rune into it as he's sitting there. Just this like soft piece of stone. And before he leaves, he'll just set it right next to the altar, or really, I guess, on top of the altar in relation to the what's it called, coffin.
Mm-hmm.
But close enough to the father that if he wanted to look at it, he could, and just say, "Thank you, Father," and walk away. And he carves Helig, the sacred rune that he carved near the person we saw that was dead in the woods.
Okay.
So.
Do you approach?
And I'll just start to walk out because Ismark told me to. And if Daedric wants to stop me, then he certainly can. But
as he walks by, I'm just gonna say under my breath, that was foolish what you did. But you earned my respect. You are a warrior at heart and a fighter till death, and I respect you.
I appreciate your words.
Let's go talk to Ismark.
Seems smartest.
And then we go.
Okay. So you approach Ismark, and he stands there, and he's being quiet. He assumes you guys are sleeping, the other two, and he's not trying to wake you up or anything, but he goes, "Can you see outside real quick?" If you want to approach the doors and kind of peek through, he'll step back.
I'll do so.
Okay. Fiel.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. You can easily see through some of the slats. Like the boards on the door are just old, they're rotten. There's clear, like you can see through it. You kind of assume that these really won't keep anything out. But as you look out, you can see some graves, like kind of around the front. Just some graves and tombstones and stuff. And behind you, you hear Father Donovich get up and he starts to ring on the rope. And Ismark goes, "Stay quiet. But look." And before you, an eerie green light starts to suffuse the graveyard. From the light emerges figures kind of rising from the ground in a ghostly procession. Wavering images of tough-looking women toting great swords and wood-wise men with slender bows. Daedric, you notice some dwarves with glittering axes. Archaically dressed mages with beards and pointy hats. All these people and more and more and more start to rise from this graveyard. Their numbers are growing by the second. Silent. And they start to make their way around the left of the building and behind it, out of sight. If you would like to go back to the chapel and look out the windows.
Yeah, I want to follow it.
Okay. You stay inside, though?
Yes.
Okay. Ismark follows you guys, like, solemnly behind you. Doesn't say anything, but you can look out the windows, and I don't have a visual for it, but you can see these creatures, and even more and more and more and more coming up from behind the chapel, where there are more headstones. Just these green, ghostly figures walking onto what looks like a path, maybe a couple feet, or quite a few feet beyond, into the woods, and they just follow. They're just walking the path.
These people.
They are protectors. The town's original guardians.
Not quite. They're a lot like you. And you. They were adventurers. Once called here. Not by my father, but what I assume from the devil himself. Perhaps as a game. He got bored with us Barovians or something. I couldn't tell you why they were called here, but here they appeared, and here they died. And every night, at midnight, which is when you hear the gong of the bell, they rise, and they march up Old Sphalic Road and into the castle.
The castle.
You surely have seen it, Castle Ravenloft.
On the hill.
Yes.
They do this every night.
He nods.
Do they come back?
I don't really know what happens after they go into the castle. I've never been myself. I've actually only heard word of mouth from Donovich that this is where they go. They don't come back. They don't speak. They're not a threat. They've never harmed us. But every night, they rise and they leave.
Signs point towards this castle.
The castle's dangerous. It's deadly. Poor Doru in the basement. You can imagine what happened to him when he traveled there. I wouldn't recommend going.
Right, you had mentioned that. Or perhaps that was the father. Doru.
Yes.
He suffered his ailments at the castle upon a raid. A coup?
Not necessarily. Doru had been persuaded with a group of other Barovians from our village to storm the castle and in the hopes of some kind of vengeance against the devil for the curse on our land, and he was one of the few to return, but he hasn't been the same.
There was mention of a leader of this attempt. Would they have lived?
The leader? I don't think so. I don't actually know this leader. From Donovich's explanation, a stranger showed up one day and very charismatic and very strong, a mage, I believe. And at that point, a lot of our villagers had just been fed up with living in this drab, dreary hell, and they took up arms, and, well, I would have rather died than received the fate Doru had.
This devil. What is it?
He, kind of looks over at Donovich, who has now stopped ringing the bell and gone back to praying. So he's not looking at you, he doesn't seem to pay you guys mind, and he kind of leans in and he goes, to speak his name gives him power.
But know his name. Do you?
We all do. He leads over us.
He lords over you.
Yes.
His name is not...
Seen him.
Have I seen him? Is that what he said?
Yes.
Unfortunately, yes.
He comes to visit.
He comes in many forms. Sometimes I don't know if it's really him or a wolf, a raven, a bat, a woman, a child. But when he is in his true form, I dare not look. The only time I saw a glimpse of him was... He takes a deep breath and kind of turns away and pauses for a moment. My sister, one night, she was being called to by this devil. And I happened to wake up from a terrible nightmare, and I went to check on her in her room, and she was standing at the window. The window was open, and a creature, a hooded figure, was standing right outside, and I wasn't sure how. Irina's room is on the second floor, so the creature must have climbed the walls or something. Irina was leaning out the window, and I called her name, and she wouldn't answer. He's getting a little flustered now, and...
It is okay. It is getting late. We should rest.
He nods. You're right. It's been a long day for all of us, and for you, I'm sure.
Indeed.
I suggest...
Good man, get your rest. We reconvene in the morning.
Right. I can take one of the pews or something. I know there's a couple bedrolls in the office if you need one.
Please, I am used to stone.
It seems to be a shared birthplace of ours. Ismark, I insist. Take the bed.
Thank you. So he goes into the... He bids you goodnight, and as he starts to walk away, he stops and he turns back around to you, Fjell, and he goes, "What you did to summon those beasts was stupid. I don't suggest you do it again, but I can see that you are a strong warrior and incredibly capable. And I would be grateful and honored if you would help protect my sister."
I do not mean to prove myself in battle. It was a thought of protection that led my arrow, but a misguided one. It will not happen again. Have a good night, Ismark.
He nods, and he nods back at you, Daedric, and he goes to the office and shuts the door.
I'm going to bid goodnight to Fjell and sit up against the wall right here like I was earlier. I'm going to have my axe laying across my lap. I'm just going to lean up against this wall and fall asleep.
Okay.
Is the father still praying over there?
Yes.
Okay, he went back after he was done ringing the bell.
Yes.
Okay. Fjell's gonna walk back over here. De-armor again and all that kinds of fun stuff. Kneel down next to the father and just kind of sit there for another 30 minutes with him. And then eventually he'll kind of just roll himself back and kind of sleep similarly to the way that Daedric is.
Okay. Merritt or Kane, did you have any evening preparations before you went to sleep, or were you guys just out?
Nope.
I talked to
Family curls up on my lap, lean against the wall in the room, and I guess if he starts screaming in the middle of the night, he'll wake me up. I just sleep sitting in the bed.
I talked to Sparky.
Okay.
We're not in Kansas anymore. Whatever that means. I don't know. I heard a guy say it once. We're not in Kansas anymore. All right. I'm going to sleep.
Okay. You all actually find yourselves a very restful sleep. You fall asleep quite easily. Sleep soundly. And dawn arrives the next morning. And if you have not risen by dawn, Father Donovich and Ismark come to gently knock on your doors and wake you.
I'm wide awake.
Cedric wakes
Did
up.
homeboy let me sleep through the night?
Homeboy?
The vampire in the
In
basement.
the ground?
Yes. He actually, you didn't hear anything. No skittering, no screaming, no nothing.
I'm gonna get some purple color back.
But as the morning comes, you hear light knocks on your door or a light tap to the shoulder, and Ismark and Father Donovich, well, Father Donovich, I'll say, is by the body.
When he knocks on the door, I go, "Who's there?"
It is me, Ismark.
How do I know it's me, Ismark?
I don't...
This is a dangerous, scary place. I crack the door open. I say, "You look like Ismark, but you could be him." And I pull out a small knife and I say, "I don't know if I
He puts
trust
his arms
you."
up and he goes...
I'm gonna
See-
come up to the door
see-
and I'm gonna say, Kane, get ready.
I was doing a bit. Okay. I put the knife away and I
Okay,
say,
Ismark
"Good morning, Ismark." And I give him a little pat on the cheek. Just like, "Good morning, Ismark. It's good to see you."
And he, closes his eyes and nods and says, "I would prefer, perhaps, less jokes like that. Thank you." And he goes and he wakes Merritt up.
Noted. No.
Dedrick finishes doing his morning stretches, and he does a little bit of morning routine, just a little something fast.
Because I'm assuming the father would have woken me up because
Yes,
he was right there.
Ismark would have if you were asleep, but Donovich got up and started, moving the coffin if you would think that woke
Perfect.
you up.
Then I will get up and start helping him move the coffin
Okay.
as soon as he does. And as he does, I'll say, God, what's it, Donovich?
Donovich,
Okay.
Father Donovich.
Father Donovich.
Yes.
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't at least in a semblance of excited to see this morning. I have grown intrigued by your practices of culture and religion here, and this seems to be a most sacred time based off of the name. If you wouldn't mind, explain to me what it is that is so reverent, what it is that you do at this time, and why. And if you don't want to RP that, you can just kind of go from there. But
We will. Our funeral rituals are not extravagant. We take the body to the back, and there are rites given, and Ismark will assist me in that because you are not from here, so you do not know the prayers.
Will also aid in carrying the coffin.
Sure. Once Ismark gets you all up, I assume you guys all meet at the coffin. That's where he kind of goes. And Donovich goes, "I have no qualms with including you in our practice, but you may learn more from our funeral procession and rites than me explaining."
absolutely. Appreciate the opportunity.
Of course. It is not often we get new people into the town of Barovia. And so, as you guys are preparing, you can be pallbearers and take the coffin, and I don't want to go until like you do at a funeral. So, if you guys do assist, those of you who choose to help carry the coffin, Ismark also does. Father Donovich leads you to the back. Oops, let me go to... So he leads you behind the church to the graveyard. and there isn't a hole in the ground for a coffin, and an empty headstone. And the sun is just beginning to rise. The fog is again starting to burn off a little bit. It's a bit of a chilly morning, but nothing too crazy. And Ismark kind of assists you guys in laying the coffin into the hole. And Donovich kind of holds out his hand. And he begins to speak. It is dawn, and as the darkness moves away, the morning ritual of funeral rites must be said to warn off evil. Ismark, would you begin? And he, kind of goes, I will recite the 8 tenets of the faith of the Morning Lord. And his voice kind of cracks a little bit. He's a little nervous, especially with people around. Watch each sunrise, for each day is a gift. Always aid. Strive always to aid, to foster new hope, new ideas, and new prosperity for all kind and its allies. Nurture life. He's very nervous. He doesn't seem to be a very good speaker, and with you all being there, he's very nervous. It is a sacred duty to foster new growth, nurture growing things, and work for rebirth and renewal. Perfect yourself, be fertile in mind and in body. Bring hope. Wherever you go, plant seeds of hope, new ideas, and plans for a good future. Think ahead, consider the consequences of your actions so that your least effort may bring the greatest and best reward. Avoid, and he kind of tries to remember, negativity. For from death comes life, and there's always another morning to turn a setback into a success. He swallows hard, tears kind of welling up in his eyes. Rules are secondary, place more importance in activities that help others than in strict adherence to rules, rituals, and the dictates of our elders. And then Father Donovich goes, The shadow grows smaller. What must be done second? Ismark says, I will hold high my children that they might see the sun. And Donovich says, How shall the funerary ritual end? And Ismark, I shall mourn as I watch the sun give way to the onslaught of night and greet the evening, friend and ally of our morning lord, for the darkness is no more under her beautiful silver light. And then Ismark and Donovich in tandem say, Farewell, illuminated one, until we meet again. We carry the sun in our hearts until then. Give us the strength to carry on until the next dawn. We greet your ally, the Moon Maiden. Her silver light guides us until then. There is always another dawn. Farewell, precious son. And Ismark just is sniffing, starting to cry. Quietly, but he's crying. And Donovich goes, Your last sunset, Kolian and Dirovich, go to the arms of the Morning Lord, and be in his eternal warm, soothing light. We will miss your leadership. We will cherish your moments, and your legacy will continue throughout Ismark and Irina. Through them, you shall live on. And he and Ismark both go, For in death, life. And then Donovich kind of lowers his arms And Ismark is, crying and trying to... Yeah. He's trying to calm himself again. And, he stands there just kind of looking into the coffin and then looks at all of you and... Thank you.
I'm gonna walk up to Ismark and sort of just hand him like a little kerchief that I have, and just sort of pat his like torso or his arm and say, again, so sorry, but I'm similarly not religious, but I agree. There's always another dawn. I hope he finds peace wherever he is, and that should be very proud to have you and your sister here to live on in his legacy.
Thank you, small one. I appreciate you all being here. I didn't realize this would be so difficult. Thank you all. And he looks at all of you, and he's nodding. And
Yeah, sure. I told Donny Boy I'm not much of a religious guy myself, but hey, I mean, there's some similarities there. I subscribe to a philosophy that is particularly pertinent to wildfires, and that might not sound like it pertains to this situation, but the entire point is letting things progress in the way that they burn, and then rising again from the ashes. Maybe there's something there. Maybe there's a religious connection. I don't know. This probably doesn't make you feel better, but I don't really know what to say in most situations, but particularly not this one. So I'm sorry, man.
Thank you for your support in this. All of you, thank you. Yes. Donovich kind of... Ismark, I will bury your father. You should go back to your sister and let her know this is done. And Donovich just turns around and walks back inside.
So, to Irina then?
Ismark nods. Yes, we should get back to her. Mm-hmm.
Seems wisest. Before we go, I would like to formally apologize for my actions last night. I made remark to Ismark that my arrow was guided by protection. It was my thought between the senses of our ranger friend here, of the undead in the area, and the reports of those undead attacking the house of Ismark and Irene, that I thought that we may draw the attention of those creatures to lessen their attention on her. However, that was clearly misguided, and where that explains my actions, it does not excuse them. I assure you it will not happen again. I am not out here to be a warrior proving myself of battle. Daedric, I respect your words, but I am not a born battler. It's not my purpose. I just want you all to know. I have heard you, and it is understood.
I appreciate it, but me and Merritt definitely went hog wild on those fucking trees. Up top.
So I sit here with someone who can't.
I would appreciate if you could leave something for me next time.
Yeah,
I
sorry,
didn't
Chief.
use my axe at all.
Yeah, sorry, Chiefo, but those things were right up my alley. Entirely blamable. So,
You did good work.
Next-
You did.
next time, though, it's all you, baby.
Right, no, listen, there was more than one time last night when I stayed in that room with that thing that I was like, what if I just, like, brought out my dagger and just, like, pricked my thumb? Like, what would a little blood do, you know? Because, I like a bit of an adventure, a little bit of a risk. I just was worried about that.
It crazy.
Yeah, I really wanted to do that, but I didn't. Because I thought of the priest and Izzy there.
Alright, Ismark, what are your thoughts?
No, we're not doing that. No, I was just doing it to prove a point that we all have risky intentions at times, and even if it's for, I was just trying to make a connection between and accept an apology by proving that I'm not also
And I
perfect.
and I just want to know what Ismark's risky intentions are. What are your thoughts on the kid in the closet?
I just lost my father. I couldn't imagine a father losing his son.
Bet.
More than he already lost his son.
Agreed.
Also,
Now,
I don't know how you'd get in.
Maybe.
Donovich has the key and he loves Doru, and so I don't.
All right. We'll table this discussion. We'll come back later.
You just buried his dad, so maybe you should go check on his sister.
Yeah.
Okay.
Out.
I would agree. And if you have nothing else to do here, he will lead you back to the mansion.
Yep.
As you're leaving the cemetery, I forgot to read this. What?
Yeah. Go on.
As you're leaving the cemetery, so you see there's just like a wrought iron fence that kind of encloses the whole area. It's super rusty, pretty small. It's kind of decorative. There's just like a rectangular plot of land that is just tightly packed with gravestones. And there are names on them, and the fog is kind of shrouding some of them, but all seems pretty quiet as you guys are leaving. And he just kind of walks you back to the mansion.
Right, on our way actually. Kind of passed by this place yesterday that I would really like to stop at before we leave town again. Just to, maybe pick up some health potions or other things that could keep us alive a little bit longer. Because, Izzy back there kind of told us everything around us could kill us.
This is a good idea.
So maybe we'll head down to Bildrith? Mercantile? Mercantile.
You guys want to go to the mercantile shop? You may. Bildrith is not the friendliest man in the town, but he does have some wares if you are interested. But I would prefer to get back to Irina first.
Alright, I just wanted to take like a 2-minute detour, but yeah, we can come back after Irina, I suppose.
Well, I can go back to the mansion and you can stop on the way. It is on the way. But I won't stop.
I think if we go to the store on our way out, it will serve best purpose.
Alright.
Are we planning to leave the city?
Yeah, that was kind of my thought. I figured Irina would
Right.
give us a insight.
With the burying of my father, I was a little distracted. There is a town not far that Father Donovich says the church could keep Irina safe. All I ask, if you brave adventurers could, is to just guide her there, take her there, keep her safe from the creatures of the woods. That's all I ask.
Right.
Yeah, I've never played armed guard before.
Well,
What about you, Lex?
we need to learn more about this place to find a way out of it. I think making our way to the next town over, speaking to the church officials there, seems the best way to do that. If we had to tag along, then it seems acceptable.
Fortunately, I have played bodyguard before, and those rates are not too low. I'm not gonna lie.
Right, I mean, I'm honestly in it just to see maybe some of those wolves in the woods again. Love to give a pair some eyes on those wolves. So I'm in just for the walk.
I'm just in. I can't really figure out why, but I'm in.
Oh, yes. I would greatly
So,
appreciate it.
Maybe we should go now then, before we meet Irina, so we can just get out of town.
That's
And I'll
perfectly
drive
fine.
Irina to the shop.
I can go meet Irina, prepare her for travel. It's not far, maybe a day's journey, but
Alright.
That's a good idea.
That's nice. Because then hopefully we don't have to be like out in the woods in the middle
yes,
of the night.
no, absolutely not. I would not dare to send you that way. But just I can meet Irina and you can stop at Bildrith's or at the wherever and just meet me there. I would recommend, since it's still quite early, getting a move on before dark. You could make it.
Yeah,
Alright.
I like this plan.
Sounds good to me. I mean, We're still in the
Yes.
information gathering phase of our very professional routine here. And I
Quite.
think we're going to get the most information if we travel. Right, big guy?
Right.
Traveling. You travel for information. It's kind of...
Do.
All right, so Mildriths?
Do you hear the
Was
coyotes?
anybody else definitely coding Mildrith as a girl? And then he said...
Bildrith.
I heard
Yeah,
Mildrith
Mildrith.
up until right now.
Bildrith.
Billy.
Yes, Billy.
You know,
Okay.
Billy's.
When you say
Billy's
Bildrith is like not nice,
Oh.
do you mean like he's just generally standoffish or like works for the devil?
No.
Okay.
I would not send you to someone who works for the devil.
Well, I don't know.
willingly. No, he's just crabby.
All right.
A lot of Barovia has no money, so a lot of the villagers here have
Cool.
spent their money trying to leave and
I'll
failed,
fit
and
right
so
in.
he doesn't get a lot of. I'm sure he would love your business.
You said we have 100
On
gold.
the
right?
way to Billy's place,
What?
I want to look for a bar or a tavern establishment that will have hard liquor.
Okay. Are you guys getting ready to go?
Yeah, I think we're gonna all head over to Builders. and then-
Sure. On your way out, you pass through the streets, and you pass the blood on the vine. And if you do bring this up, Daedric, to Ismark, you may.
Yeah, I'm just going to. I'm not going to draw attention to it, but I'm just going to small gesture, just be like, I will catch up, and then dip on into the bar.
Okay.
I don't want to. We don't have to role play it or anything. I'm just buying like a bottle of booze.
What time is it? It's early.
Bottle-
It's very
bottle
early.
of rum.
So if you approach, actually, I will say the doors are locked. And if Ismark sees you do this, he says they should be open in a few hours. But if you're looking for wine, I could give you a wineskin.
That is okay, and then I'll just continue with everyone else then.
Okay. So you pass the blood on the vine, and then you pass like the little town square, and then you're approaching the road that had the mercantile shop and Mad Mary's house, and then you know from going already at the end of this road is the mansion. So you are now at the mercantile shop if you would like to stop.
Mhm.
Okay.
You know, in my town, which is ways back, Billy is actually a butcher, where I come from, not a mercantile.
A butcher. Interesting.
Billy the butcher, is what we call him. Pretty nice guy.
Makes
Bit of a
sense. Alliteration.
but pretty nice.
What
Yes.
does he butcher?
Meat.
Really, whatever you can. You know, we kind of just lived in the grasslands, so whatever stumbles through, really, or whatever I bring him, I guess.
I won't keep you all. I'm eager to see my sister, and let her know about my father's fate. So I will leave you. Come to the mansion as soon as you are ready, but I prefer you leave. You could stay another night, but the sooner Irina is safe, the better.
You know, Merritt, that's actually really funny. I knew a man named Billy Butcher growing up. He was quite the chef. His specialty was his stew. He could make. I mean, the guy was a soup freak. Let me tell you. Like,
Anyway,
Maybe that's him. Could be him.
my sister
Really
is
bad
waiting.
love.
Good luck, Ismark. Godspeed.
Thank you. And he leaves you.
Daedric, Morning Lord's speed. Come on. Insensitive.
Morning Lord speed. I'm getting used to these gods then. This is new.
Okay. Would you like to approach?
Yeah, they open.
Paris, there's lights on. Oops.
Alright.
You're not in yet.
Aw.
Oh.
Hold on.
Who drew that on there?
Drake
I
last
don't
session.
know.
Hold on.
Okay. So,
You-
what?
I can see you.
So
Okay.
again,
I
there's
just had
some.
to switch over to my
Ooh, too loud.
thing.
Too loud.
I'm gonna.
You're slightly louder.
There's a sparse light coming in from the overcast day. Still not bright and sunny, just overcast like it was yesterday. And in this establishment, it looks maybe 40 feet wide, 70 feet long, goes back pretty far. But yeah, there's lights on inside if you guys want to go inside.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you are.
Did you
Yeah.
turn her down?
Alright, go on in.
Alright, so standing inside, you see this cute little shop, lit warmly with a man just standing inside, and at the moment he's kind of just standing behind the counter and writing something down, and he looks up and he goes, welcome. Whoa. You are Barovian? You're not Barovian. Who are you guys? Welcome.
You are perceptive. We are
Give me another
indeed not Barovian.
Yeah, I could tell. Believe it or not.
Are you Bildrith?
I am.
Awesome. We are looking for mercantiles, and we
Sure.
heard this was the place.
Alright, well, it's the only place in town you can buy stuff other than booze and food, so I guess, if you're looking for something, I can help you.
All right.
I was looking for booze. I'm gonna go stand by the door.
Alright, fella.
What wares have you, Master Bildrith?
Well, big guy, I got, just your general adventuring stuff. What do you got? You got a longbow or something? I got some arrows. I got some crossbow bolts. I got some spooky, magic-y stuff. Some people like to dabble in that. Some components or something if you want. But a torch. Lots of people need torches. What do you like?
Have you got anything of the potion variety?
Let me see. He turns around and he's like rummaging through some stuff and he pulls out a flask. Says, I got this. It's empty though. You gotta, like I said, you gotta get the booze elsewhere, but interested? He bites a piece of jerky.
Okay.
I will approach the counter from way back at the front of the store.
Hey,
I
buddy.
will say, how much for the flask?
That'll be 1 gold piece, please.
Slam it on the counter.
Alright, thank you very much. Wait a minute. What are you trying to pull here? This ain't real.
What is it? What? I want to look at the coin. Does it look real? What's going on?
Looks real. Look at it. It doesn't even have the Lord's insignia on it. Where are you from? I mean, is this from out of here? Is this worth a gold piece? It looks gold, but it doesn't. I mean, it doesn't have the seal. What's going on?
Gold is gold. I am dwarf. I know gold. Gold is gold.
Make a persuasion check.
That's it. There's all this out here.
13.
All right. He looks at it. He looks at you. He flips it back to you. 2 gold.
I give him another gold.
All right. Pleasure doing business with you, sir. He pockets it. Uh-huh. But I guess if you're looking for something with a little liquid in it, I do have this. And he pulls out another flask. It's got your, he opens it, sniffs it. Holy water, I think, is what's in this one. If you are,
No, how do we know for sure that it's holy water?
I promise you it is! Donovich blessed it himself, you could ask.
I don't know, insight check.
Roll an insight check. Look, buddy, I don't have time for this. Are you gonna buy it or not?
A 13.
One moment.
A
Can I
22.
actually have a flask?
I roll inside.
You do have a
advantage
flask.
because of my runes.
Oh, no, I'm looking to see if I can actually add one.
Oh, I got you.
That's cool.
He looks a little suspicious to you, like maybe you
look
don't
a little
know.
suspicious to me. Like I don't.
But-
maybe I like don't
But
know.
with your background, and just kind of the way he's holding it, he's not really flinging it around. Like he's almost guarding it a little closer to his chest. It seems pretty legit. Like this is maybe
He
a
at least
powerful.
values it, whatever it
Yes.
is. How much?
250 gold.
Damn.
How much reasonably?
250 gold. I'm telling you.
I'll give you 50.
No way. 250. That's the deal. Or get out of my shop. If you want it badly enough, you'll pay for it.
How much for a flask of water?
5 gold.
5 silver.
Gold. I don't deal with anything less than gold in Builder's Mercantile.
And you can have 1 gold. I'm sorry, 2 to make up for your stipulation.
I'll give you 2 gold for a flask. You can fill it with whatever you want. But if you keep trying to swindle me, I'll get my boy in here and you'll get out.
If you don't want business, that is fine. And I'll just turn around and start looking at other things.
Alright. Anybody else?
I do not have 250 gold pieces, and I am by no means going to persuade you to charge me less than 250
You can't persuade
gold
me,
pieces.
so don't even try, but
Okay.
alright.
I have a lot of money that I can throw in to help pay for this if you guys want to pay for this.
Nope.
Now I will talk to Father Donovich when we are done here today.
Sure. What do you want? You get any of you magic? You seem a little weird. I'm sure you got some kind of magic. Something fucked you up a little bit, and you too.
I might dabble in the magic.
I got a rod, I got a staff, I got a wand. You want a backpack? You want a crystal? You want an orb? I don't know. I don't know about magic, but I know some wizards want that shit.
These backpacks.
I think I was talking over you, Elena.
It's good. I my internet cut out, so I couldn't tell if you guys heard me.
We couldn't for a second, no.
Okay. Hold on, I'm gonna switch back.
Well, what about this backpack? Is it special? Is it just a backpack?
It is a beautiful, genuine pack for your back, sir. And he holds up looks like a regular backpack. Beautiful quality, great
That is
stitching.
Very nice, very impressive.
Yeah, thanks.
Quite welcome.
What sort of rods and wands and staves do you have? Are these like?
Let me look real quick. He kind of goes under and he pulls out like a stick with a little bit of carving in it. It looks like a rod. You got a staff leaning against the back. Kind of just looks like a walking stick. And then a wand, digging through stuff, and he pulls out like another stick that looks like a wand. Like you could use it as a wand.
I want to approach the counter and use one of my magical awarenesses for the day and see if any of these are actually magical.
Okay, remind me what that does. Like, do you have to focus on some stuff?
So it says, as an action, you can open your awareness to the presence of concentrated magic. Until the end of your next turn, you know the location of any spell or magic item within 60 feet of you that isn't behind total cover. You can, when you sense a spell, you learn which school of magic it belongs to.
Okay. What is total cover?
If it's like entirely like behind a wall. Like,
Okay,
concealed in
you
another
do
room.
not sense any magic in this room other than what is perhaps on your party's body.
I'm going to give the once over. I'm going to look at Merit with my slightly glowing fey eyes, and I'm going to say, this place is a scam. And I'm going to start walking towards the door.
Hey, listen, man, it's not a scam. You want it, you'll buy it. If you don't want it, get out.
Yeah, Billy, I'll take 5 arrows if you got them.
5 arrows? I can give you 20 for 10 gold pieces.
Yeah, I'm pretty small, can't really carry all of that. Only need 5.
I'll give you 5 for 5 gold pieces.
Yeah, I can go without then. Thanks. I mean, I got a gold piece for them, to be honest. But beyond that,
Nah, 5 for 5.
Do you have any weapons or a quiver for these arrows? Anything that can project these arrows?
I got a crowbar. You can use that as a weapon. Oh, I do have this acid vial. You could probably throw that. We usually use it for a little bit of, just in case. But
How much is a vial of acid?
you could do 1 for 250.
Oh, same as the
Holy water,
holy
yes.
Okay, it's good to see that you hold science and religion on equal standards here, though.
It's the same.
No, I mean I don't have that kind of money, but I will pick up the 20 arrows for you and keep them in my pack.
All right,
If you don't think you
sweet.
wanna hold on.
Why do you need acid just in case?
Merritt, you want me to pick up?
Are you asking why I need to protect myself from goons like you coming into my store and trying to swindle me? And also, I don't know if you've noticed, but there's shit that lives in the woods out here. And so just in case, I'm gonna use my $250 fucking acid vial and throw it at him, okay? But I also got Periwimple in the back to protect me, so that's just a last measure.
Whoa, hold on. Who? What's
My nephew, Periwimple, do you want me to get him? I don't
Yeah.
think you do.
Well, I've never met somebody with the name of Perry.
Alright, my god.
That's cool.
Only because he gave me money. He whistles with his,
I haven't given you any money yet, but I plan to.
I thought you said 20 arrows.
I wanted to talk to Merritt first about that.
Okay, well, he grabs the arrows back on the counter. Periwimple!
Periwinkle?
Perry-
Like from Blue's Clues?
Periwimple.
Wimple.
And you hear a, coming! Dong, 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 dong. Yeah?
Kane's visibly excited.
He's like, creeping over the door. Yeah? Come on in, I got some folks who kinda, I don't know, wanna fucking meet you, I guess. You a celebrity now? What'd you do? I don't know. Boom, boom. He stands up. Fucking tall dude, like 7.5 feet tall. Huge motherfucker, totally bald. He's young, he's a younger guy. Just standing there with his mouth open. What?
Holy shit, Phil. You didn't say you had family in town.
It's going to ask.
What? What? He's my nephew, what do you want?
Cool. I mean, I literally...
He's also my security guard, so
thought
if you
this-
try anything else, he's getting you out of here.
We're just trying to do business.
Are you giant-born?
You say that to Periwinkle? No. Are you?
I am.
Okay.
Good talk.
I love this character.
I'm sorry to interrupt your business, Periwimple.
This is my uncle's this is his business.
I'm sorry to interrupt your business.
My Uncle Bismarck. Yeah, that's right. I'm your Uncle Bismarck. Okay, go ahead, go back to the back. Okay. Dum dum dum. Dum dum dum. Was that enough for you guys?
Yeah, I'm sold.
You sold on what? You buying my arrows?
All
right.
Merritt, do you want the 20 extra arrows?
I mean, I don't necessarily need them immediately.
How many
but
arrows do you
we're
currently
going
have?
to,
How many arrows do you currently have on you?
I don't know. We don't have 30, I suppose.
All right, I will buy 10 gold for 20.
Yeah.
Can you
That
do?
is...
Can you do 8?
I'll give you 5 for 5, a 20 for 10. Up to you.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I'll be alright.
You sure you guys don't want to get that vial of acid or the holy water flask? I mean, come on, it'll protect you out here.
I
Walk
think
up to the counter with 10 gold and I put it on the counter.
Thanks, sir. What did you want with this?
No. I'm good. I normally fashion my own, so this is really not necessary.
All right, well then why are you wasting my time?
I think it might be more of like, I think this is like a like buying milk in Hawaii scenario here. Like
What the fuck is Hawaii?
Supply and
Listen,
demand.
little hooded guy, I don't know. You want something with this 10 gold?
I guess not. And I will scoop the 10 gold back into my pocket.
All right, suit yourself.
What a treat. This has been. Real thanks, Bill. Lads, shall we go?
All right, bye, Billy the Butcher.
Yeah, thank you guys for coming in so much. Really great to see new people. Don't die out there. Or maybe do, I don't really.
Flask.
Fuck. Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for buying.
Have you a brother or a sister?
You talking to me?
I am.
Neither. What's it to you?
Have a good day.
You too. Get the fuck out of here.
Soon as we leave, I go, why would he lie about having a nephew? And then I start walking.
I don't know, he's weird.
Well, you know, I think it's interesting that that's their number one shop in town. Seems a little steep, but I Yes, I suppose it is like buying milk in whatever part of Limbo Hawaii is.
That's fun.
Isn't that right?
Yeah, close enough.
This
Right.
man is swindling us. These magical items he claimed to be trying to sell us were sticks,
I mean,
twigs.
a wand. He said a staff. It was there was by definition a staff.
They
in
were
there.
staffs and wands and rods.
It was a carved wand and a carved.
But Daedric knows that they
rod.
didn't have any magic. But you could, I mean, if you were some kind of mage, you could use them as a spell component.
Or a spell
Or
casting
focus, yeah.
I
I
liked
don't
it.
know.
Reminds me a lot of my own uncles. That guy.
No, they did that already.
All right.
So, how are we feeling about the Irina chick? Given that she's been visited by the big bad before, do you think that's going to be a problem for us struggling with her? Do you think we're just
Entirely
going
so. I entirely think that's going to be a problem for us. However, I don't think we're going to get out of here without encountering a few problems for us.
Right, but this seems like the big problem. Like, the big problem. This guy at the top there.
Right.
He who shall not be named.
Right. But Mark said he lives in the castle. So if we just, don't go to the castle, maybe yet,
Yeah,
until we, get some leverage on him or learn some things, then I think we're safe, right?
no. Ismark specifically also said that he came to visit his sister at their house. And also that he can come in any form. So maybe we should watch what we're saying, because he could be a bird. Oh, sorry, I wasn't part of this conversation. So actually, I don't know at all that he can turn into things. But he did say that he came to visit in his house, so that's a bit terrifying.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look around. Do I see any birds or animals?
Make a perception check for me.
Ooh, I don't see anything.
What did you roll?
5.
You do, actually. There is a group of ravens sitting atop a close house, some on the townhouse of Mad Mary's and some a couple houses down. They're watching you. They notice you watching and they go, caw, 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 and they take off.
I'm gonna say, quietly, I suggest we find somewhere more private to talk.
Trying to walk towards the Kolianas.
Ismark showed us something rather interesting last night at midnight.
Yeah, was that when the bell went off?
Are you,
Yes.
Hold on, pause. Are you guys walking to the mansion?
Yeah.
That
That's-
definitely
Well,
will.
I'm trying to stop at the bar.
The bar's the other direction. You may go back if you'd like.
No,
It's literally just like across the street. It's not far.
Okay, then I'll go run and do that, but you finish doing your thing.
Okay.
Hold on. As you do that, Daedric, you come into the square. That's the town. There's the mercantile shop, then the square, then the tavern. In the square to your right, you just see a an old lady pushing a little cart, just walking down the street. But it is the first person you've seen on the street since you guys have gotten here. Anyway, boys.
What were you saying? Oh, I was saying, yeah, it definitely woke me up.
Well, at its stroke, at the height of the middle of the night, a ghostly presence was arisen around the church. They appear to be specters and spirits of adventurers of past to Barovia, all guided in a mysterious march directly to the castle.
Ooh, that sounds like a death to ye who enter here kind of sign.
Daedric and I theorized in fear that this be our fate. May we test this devil.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like a, that's like...
Ismark even made mention that it would not be out of the realm of possibility. That the reason we're here is because the devil is bored of his usual subjects, and that we're here to provide some form of entertainment. Everyone here has noticed within seconds that we're not from around here, that we're unique. It's possible that this ruling figure has guided us here because he wanted to see a circus performance.
Okay, now I know why I'm in.
That is wholly terrifying, to be honest.
I should also
But
note,
like, is it not terrifying like a horror play? Did you guys ever watch horror plays?
Are you
No.
asking me, Drake?
I live in the woods.
Oh, that's valid.
I should also note that Ismark made mention that apparently this devil
Mm-hmm.
can change its shape.
Yeah, like the
Oh,
birds.
bloody hell.
Or possibly that lady over there, who's the first lady we've seen outside of on the streets since we got here.
Possibly.
Where you see Dedrick starting to talk to the old lady.
Adric.
Oh, good. Diedrich ought to be like a real good first impression for us. Then.
Oh, I gotta see this. I start moving over towards him. But not like running, just walking in that direction.
I wanted to first look to see what's on the cart.
Hold on. Are you walking behind? Like, the old lady's walking in the opposite direction of you. So, like, she's walking away from you. She's pushing, like, a little cart with a blanket over it. Oh, she's... Do-do-do-do-do.
Can I discern what's under the blanket?
You can make a perception check.
Okay. Nope, I rolled a 4.
It's a cart. Could be a child stroller. Could be, like, just a regular cart. It's got a blanket tossed over it. You have no idea.
I'm gonna approach her.
Okay.
Say, excuse me, I apologize.
No!
You know when this establishment opens?
Hello? Son, you don't look like you're from this place. What? Did you ask me what?
I apologize. He speaks up as if this woman is hard of hearing
Mm-hmm.
and just goes, do you know when this establishment opens?
Oh, the tavern?
Yes.
Probably at night. But if you're looking for something to eat, perhaps I can help you.
I was not. Thank you very much.
Oh, but wait! Before you go, aren't you interested in this place?
I am very interested.
Oh my goodness, what are you?
I am
Do you come
Yeah,
approach?
I actually come up. I come up. I come up right by Daedric and I put my hand on his shoulder and I try and keep him here for this conversation.
I stay, allegedly.
Okay.
I say I am his friend and you are.
Oh. My name is Morgantha. What is your name?
Morgantha. Well, my name is Kayanodri, but most of my friends call me Kane.
Kane? That's very nice.
Nice! Jimmy!
She's not Miss Fowl. You seem to be quite the strapping young lads.
Oh, stop.
Can I interest you in a pastry? And she pulls the blanket off of her cart.
Yes? What?
For newcomers such as yourself, I'll offer one for free.
Oh, I am 3 pastries.
I'm going to put my arm in front of him, and I'm going to look him in the eye. And I'm not going to say anything, but I'm going to give him a look, and I'm going to say, we just talked about this.
Daedric, if you stop me from buying a pastry right now.
You don't even have to buy them first. I'll give you one.
Alright. What's so special? I'm sorry.
Very okay. Thank you so much for the offer.
What kind
I'm
of
going to try and pull him away.
What kind of pastries? I will not let you pull me
my
away.
goodness. Well, I have mincemeat pies if you're looking for something savory,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
Or a fruit
I'm
tart.
more of a sweet pie kind
Oh,
of guy.
the fruit sugared tart would be perfect.
Fruit sugar tart.
We also have a vegan option if that's something you would want. It's my least favorite.
As
I
it,
want to approach the other two
as
and
it
say,
probably should be.
Are the vegan ones or the fruit ones not vegan?
They have
What's she using?
milk and eggs.
Oh, in the dough?
Yeah.
So, okay,
There's
so
no milk in the dough.
do you have vegan...
Which the other two, and I just want to say, Kane is talking to strangers again.
So,
She leans over. She goes, "They're not actually vegan, but to sell them, sometimes I have to pretend that they're. But I trust you."
that's perfect.
I know.
I am not a vegan.
Oh, perfect. Oh, the meat pie. That really, I think.
Okay, so how much would you charge me for a meat pie and a fruit pie so I can try
Well,
both?
I would give you one for free, of course. These
Okay, so it's like
my
a BOGO free
specialty.
phone bro thing?
Sure. Well, so they're my special dream pastries.
Oh.
So. I'm giving you one for free because I'm so generous, but
You know-
1 gold is all I ask for.
One singular gold piece.
For 1, yes.
For one pie.
Yes.
That's cheaper than an arrow.
From Bildred.
From Mildred.
Don't go there.
Yeah, I know. You don't sell holy water pies, do you?
No.
Oh, I didn't think so, but it'd probably be cheaper way to extract holy water
I
out
could
of this.
say there's holy water in
It's
it.
okay. I don't believe you.
Alright. I'd be lying.
That's wow. Okay.
Just 1 gold, I could give you 1, and then you could give me 2 gold for one of the other 2, or...
All right. So 2 gold for 2 pies, or 1
And then-
gold for 2 pies.
Well, so, I'll give you 1, and then if you want another, you may give me a gold.
All right. All right. Are these are these pies popular? If I go around.
Oh, they're so popular. I can only come so often because it takes so much love and delicate work to make them. I come maybe once a moon.
You guys, she
season.
comes once a moon.
Once a moon season. I don't
Once a
really
moon
know.
season.
So the people here really love them. They must all be still sleeping, but
Probably.
I
Rough night.
was just about to go
Trees walking
start
around.
my. Well, yes, you shouldn't be out at night. I was just about to go around and sell my wares, but if you are interested,
Okay.
which you seem to be,
I feel like we've got to get a pie. You guys, can I
Yeah.
please buy some pies?
Of course, do whatever you want. I'll take a free pie myself.
Does
a
anybody
free
else?
pie.
Okay, I will take. How many different varieties of pie do you have? Because I do
I-
not want to miss out.
For this batch, I have the meat pies. I have an abundance of those.
Okay.
I have 3 fruit pies.
3 different fruit pies?
Just the one.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. I'm just
And
trying
then
to
I
understand.
have 3 of the vegan ones.
Okay, I will take one of each variety of pie that you have.
Okay, so I'll give you the meat pie
Okay.
for free.
Thank you.
Those are the best, just
Okay.
so you know.
You have like
Very
a box
filling.
or a bag I can keep all 3 of
Sure.
them
She
in?
like goes and gets like a paper bag.
Okay, perfect.
So here you go, the meat, and
Thank
then
you
the
so much.
fruit, and then the vegetable vegan. Those would be 2 gold.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
I fish out 2
Puts
gold
them in there.
pieces and I give it to her.
And she takes them. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Okay.
I'm very excited. Do they smell good?
They smell
sniff.
great.
Oh, okay. I have not had pie in years. This is so exciting.
I'll buy you 2 other free pies from.
Oh, you'll buy some. Well, here, in case you want more, just if you before you try them, they She leans in close. The people here, they're not very happy, and I see that you fellas are all kind of new. I'm not sure where you came from, but I do imagine you won't be happy if you stay here. But if you enjoy Morgantha's dream pies, they will just help you escape from the despair and misery of this everyday Barovian life. That's why the people here keep coming.
You are a natural born saleswoman. I've already bought 3 and I want to buy more.
Oh my gosh. Well, if you want more, I'm
I
willing.
don't think I should, mostly out of the logical reason of I need to travel today and I don't want to be carrying more than 3
Oh, of
pies.
course. Well, I will say, after my selling my wares today, I'm going back to the old bone grinder to make more. So if you do pass that way, perhaps if I'm there, you can get more.
Is that on the map?
What map?
This map. The map, the mysterious note.
You show me the map?
Yeah,
Oh, here it is. She points right in the middle. See
right
it?
in the middle. Oh, the old bone grinder. Okay, cool. I say,
Yes.
oh, that's good to know. I have a feeling that we're going towards, well, I don't know.
Well, I'm just saying, if you ever go up this way and you're out of pastries, please feel free to just stop by. If I'm not home, my sisters will be, and
Oh,
they
it's a
can give
family
you.
business?
Oh, it's just me and my two
This
sisters.
is so
Yeah.
cute.
Thank you. Okay.
I love this.
I'll give her 2 gold and take the 2 other fruit pies. Are they like little hand pies?
They're small tarts.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
not a huge pie. Like it's a one and
still,
done.
Still.
Yeah.
I lean down to Daedric while this is all happening, and I go, "Why haven't we seen anyone else in this town?"
Do you say
just
that loud
lean
enough
there,
for her to hear?
just
She's
down
not.
to
All right,
Daedric.
she's not listening. She's selling pies.
I'm going to respond, they fear because they all eat pies.
Do you two fellas? I know poor shorter one. Mine are big. The other. Would you like a pie?
I'm
Can I insight check her?
Go for it.
not much of a pie fan. Thank you though. They smell delicious.
Oh,
Don't
you're
think
quite
on
welcome.
happiness and dreams.
That is a 15.
Okay. She's kind of hard to peg. She kind of like she could be a crazy old lady, but she could also just be a saleswoman who has been doing this for a while. Was there anything in particular you were trying to insight check on, or just to kind of see her intentions?
Her intentions specifically with the pies, only because she's pushing them very, very
Sure.
particularly hard on us.
Yeah, she seems to just want to sell them. This perhaps is her only way of making money.
Yeah.
As far as what she told you about like their effects on the people in the village, she seems to like genuinely believe that.
Okay.
All right. Well, if you guys don't want to buy any pies,
Yeah, off to Irina then.
I will say, Daedric, if I lived in a place like this, I would also try and sell something by marketing it with happiness.
thank you,
However,
Hagatha.
If you would
What's her
want-
name?
Morgantha.
Morgantha.
All right. Well, thank you so much for buying. Don't you
Yours
forget.
of happiness in a valley of gray.
Hmm?
Why is no one else buying?
Do you say that to me?
No, I say that.
You
to-
say okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll be on my way. You guys have a safe journey wherever you go.
Thanks, Morgantha.
You're
I
welcome,
hope to meet
dearie.
you again.
Oh, I hope to meet you too. And she like does that little old lady wink, and then go.
I'm gonna whisper back to Fjell. I hope she's a very good old lady because that meat pie is calling to me.
So, how many did you guys get? Can you write down
Yeah.
or
Yeah, I
put
got-
somewhere what pies you took and how many? Because I didn't.
I took one of each pie, so I have 1 fruit, 1 meat, 1 vegan.
Okay.
Air quotes around vegan.
Merit.
I just took 2 fruit.
Okay. Nobody else.
I did not.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Alright.
You guys go back to.
As we're walking away, I say it was kind of rude of you guys to not take at least the free pie.
Yeah, she didn't give me a free pie, lad. So
No,
I think
she
that was
didn't.
just a you thing.
Oh.
She gave 1 free pie.
Ah, never mind. Sorry. I misunderstood. I misinterpreted that part. It was either way rude to not buy 1 gold piece for a pie. It's awesome.
Yeah, that's actually crazy expensive in the normal world.
Yeah, but when they're charging that much for arrows, think about the conversion rate here.
Right?
When in
Sure,
Rome.
I bought some. I bought some.
No, you're right. I'm sorry, Merritt. I'm taking my
Pie,
frustration on these two out on you unfairly. Now these two,
Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna at least try the pie, right?
I'm not a huge pie fan. I wasn't lying when I said that. I just don't like pie very much.
Here's a big breakfast.
No, you didn't.
I'm gonna start eating one as we walk because I didn't eat breakfast.
Okay.
I'm gonna start eating my pie.
Okay.
it any sort of discernible fruit flavor that I recognize?
Do you think your character would know what flesh tastes like?
No, it's. I would say it's like a grape, like a soft grape. It's not super sweet or anything, but it's sweet enough that like if it was grapey, you would be able to tell.
It's like, oh, this is actually pretty good tonight.
I want to try the vegan one.
Okay.
It's terrible.
You take a bite up. As you guys are eating it, you guys are walking back to the mansion, I figure, or are you going to the tavern?
I checked in with the tavern. It was still closed, right?
The door was shut and the lights were off, and the door was locked. If you knocked, that'd be different. Perhaps. Okay. It looked closed. Closed. Okay. So you eat the vegan one?
Yeah.
So you take a bite out of it. It's probably 3 or 4 bites. It's not super big. There's definitely lots of vegetables, but then there's like a couple bits of meat inside of it.
They threw the vegan stir fry
Is it warm?
into the pan.
It is. They're warm. Yeah. If you're eating them right after you got them, they are warm.
Pretty good. I like it.
Yeah.
Hey.
Sweet.
Definitely making me dreamy. Yeah.
I was gonna say, do you finish them before you get to the mansion?
I would say probably.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys start to feel like a little sleepy.
Yeah.
Just a little tired. Like the warmth in your belly is like,
Yeah.
ooh.
I think halfway there, Dedrick gives in and eats the meat pie if he can have it.
I guess you can have the meat pie.
Okay. It's really yummy. It's got meat in it, you know.
But I'm saving
You
this
eat
fruit pie for a hard day.
All right. So as you guys eat them, I mean, it's filling.
I have to self-insert in some way to all of my characters. This guy doesn't like pies.
It's valid.
Yeah, Kyle, you're bad.
Yeah, you guys are just feeling a little drowsy. Like
I
you
really
could probably
want
go.
apple pie now.
No.
Oh, that sounds so
No,
good.
it was great back plan. We don't have apple pie.
Apples.
So anyway, so you start to feel a little drowsy. Your belly's nice and warm now. It was nice and filling,
That
but
was fucking delicious.
you gotta go to the mansion. So
All right, let's go.
all right, let's go to the mansion.
I as I'm eating my pie, I want to lean over to Fiel and I'm going to say, "You will be the test group."
Say no. You. Okay.
Understood.
All right. So with pies in your
Just
belly.
don't like pies. Fiel looks really kind of confused, and he's just like I just don't like pies.
All right. So you approach the mansion. It that's where you are on Roll20 right now, but it is daytime, so it's not quite as dark. There's still fog overhead, and the sun is. You can barely see it through the clouds, but it's not like dark by any means. And as you approach, yeah, she's creepy. She's creepy. Ismark is kind of perched. He's sitting, leaning up against the doorway, just waiting for you guys.
Blah blah blah. Did you guys hear that?
Adventurers, welcome.
Hey, howdy, hey.
All right. Are you?
Yeah, we're
would you
ready
be
to go. We got all of the.
Have you ever had one of Morgantha's pies?
Morgantha's. I haven't actually. My father, with his health issues, always told us to stay away from them. But I know lots of people in the village do.
We ran into her. She was selling her wares in the town square on our way back,
And you bought some?
Yeah, she gave one free.
Oh. Oh, okay. Great. Were they?
Pretty good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
We skipped breakfast, so we wanted to make sure
Oh,
we
right. Yeah, sorry.
carb load before we go on a big long journey.
Sure. Yes. Well, I'm glad you were able to find her wares. I know she's not from Barovia, from the village, but
Oh,
lots of people in the village seem to really love when she comes. So.
well,
Sure.
she is by far the nicest person that we have met up front and most immediately, present company included. No
Well,
offense.
that's all right. Well, that's fine, I suppose.
he
All
did
right.
beat us with the dagger.
That did
Yes.
happen.
Well, you look scary,
That's
so
true.
I don't
That's
know
true.
what to
we
say.
Did look scary.
Hmm.
You don't need to justify it.
Anyway, Irina, are you ready? Are you all ready to take her? She should be ready
We
to
don't
go.
know where we're going.
Oh, of course. Do you have a map on you?
Yeah, actually, surprisingly enough, we do.
Okay. Do you give it to him?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, this What the heck was
my
that?
shoulder.
Let me find his name. Fucking guy who died.
Burgomaster.
Oh,
Guy in the woods.
the guy in the woods.
Donovich.
No, it did start with a D. Actually, I don't think I wrote it down.
Stop.
Anyway, okay. Did you find this on my friend who had passed?
Oh.
It's okay. I suppose he has no use
Yeah, we definitely
for it.
did.
Dalvin. Dalvin Olensky, yes, he was, yes, quite, it's fine. Here, and he takes it and he kind of, like, circles with his finger, like, not with a pen or anything, and he kind of circles Valaki, which is on your map. This is where my sister would probably be the safest. There is a big church there. Father Donovich, I know, is friends with the people there. If you do encounter the Burgomaster, he knows us. He knows of my father, actually. I don't know if I've seen him since I was a small child, but he knows of Irina and I, so perhaps they'll help you. But I wouldn't linger too long.
You said it could be a day's travel to get there.
Well, I would say to get there before nightfall. Yes, you'd have to keep going. Maybe about 8 hours. I can't really remember, even though I just wrote it down. I'd say about 8 hours to get there on foot, especially if you leave now. You should get there an hour or two before nightfall.
So, we follow this main path as dictated by the map, and that should lead us almost directly to...
Yes, so you'll cross the Ilvis River, and over a bridge, and then you'll come to a crossing. You may take either side. I know one goes past the Sayre Falls, and then one passes the Sayre Pool encampment. I would be careful going that way, though, because...
Vestani?
There's an encampment that likes to frequent there. They might not be there at the moment.
Take the garbage out.
Thank you, Siri.
This is a reminder.
Okay, Alexa, thank you.
Garbage out.
Cool.
Okay. They might not be there. They do travel a lot, but I know they like to make camp there. You may go either way, but after you get that far, just follow Old Slavic Road. It should take you right into the city, into the town, the village.
I am more intrigued by this depiction of the gallows.
Oh, yes, there are, old gallows. They haven't been used in years. Not since I've been alive.
And the gateway from here to there, somewhere near the base of Castle Ravenloft. Will that be an issue?
Well, with you having my sister, please do not go to the castle. Even without her, you'd be killed. I'm sure.
I had no plan of going to the castle.
Okay, well, I'm just saying.
You straight up said the devil lives in the
He
castle.
does. He lives there. That's his home. That's how he looks upon us. You see if you're outside,
Bingo.
I'm sure you still are. He points up to it. It's deadly. You'll die. But there are gates there, just like the ones outside of Barovia that you, I think, passed through. You said
Yeah.
the statues.
Yeah.
Yes. Same situation. They should be open. You pass right through, and after you get to the statues, you'll
You guys.
We will be passing by Old Bull.
We'll be passing by Old Bone
Sure,
Grinder.
sure.
We
It's,
could stop there and pick up pies for the evening.
pies.
Yeah. What's her face? Morgantha said that's where they're based. That's like home base for pie
did
selling.
she say that?
Yeah.
I had assumed that the Bone Grinder had been abandoned for
Nope.
centuries.
She said her and her sisters make pies out of there.
Oh, that's odd.
Makes sense, I guess.
I just
They have
had
like a
assumed.
mill there or something.
Sure, it was an old flour mill,
Hey, bingo.
but I
Oh,
was
look at
I was under the impression that they had.
You probably don't travel out of Barovia much.
I
do
haven't
you?
left since I was a child,
There
so
you go.
perhaps just be careful. Once you get a little, you'll pass through some wooded areas, and
Okay.
the woods and the mountainsides are the most dangerous, even in the daytime.
All right,
so,
all right. So pitch time. Pitch time from Kane. Here it
I almost
is.
choked, sorry.
We get on the road right now, like immediately. We wave goodbye to Barovia and we start walking. And if we can make it to Vallaki in 8 hours, if that's possible, then we will walk. We will go as directly as we can with the full intention of making it to Old Bone Grinder so we can get more pies from the source, and then take like an hour there, and then it's just like a hop, skip, and a jump right from Old Bone Grinder over to Vallaki.
It's not far. I know it's usually used as like a post.
Or, I mean, if her sisters are as nice as she is, they might even let us stay at Old Bone Grinder for the night. If we buy some pies.
If they live there,
And then we make our way to Vallaki in the morning. But either way,
Sure.
goal, make it to Old Bone Grinder by nightfall. And if we can still make it to Vallaki, great. If not, either way we get pies.
Counter proposal.
Oh, you're doing my bit. That's cute.
We do get on the road immediately. We take a wide berth of these gallows. I just
Why?
have a bad feeling about a place of old death.
Okay. You know, I've heard on more unreasonable reasons to take a...
We cross over the Issa River.
the
And we-
Ivlis River. Is that what I said?
Yeah.
Ivlis.
Yeah, the portion
Coming
north
out of
or
the
south
oh,
of the
okay,
Sarah
gotcha. The portion south.
Okay.
And then we take to the right-hand path and go up towards these supposed encampments. First off, it seems that it will cut our travel in half, and second off, I have a vested interest in learning more about these Vestani.
Okay, but do you think that won't cut too far into our... Is your plan to stay there for the evening? If
It
we
is
can-
not.
in
It
Gr-
is
okay.
to pass through there. And
Well, my point being is if we spend too much time with the Vestani, there is literally nowhere to stop between the Vestani camp and Old Bone Grinder.
right.
I wouldn't recommend camping for the evening on the road without some sort of protection, but I suppose if Bone Grinder has occupants, or even if it doesn't, you could probably just stay in there. But even if you stop and speak to the Vistani, which again I don't recommend, they are sneaky
I
people.
think that's your own racial biases, but we don't have to cover that right now. We don't have the time.
That's valid. But just, I just want my sister to be safe.
Okay.
The quicker you get to Vallaki, the quicker she's safe.
And it looks like a much faster path to pass through the Vestani encampment. I have no means to
so
stop
you're
and
thinking-
speak.
Right, you're thinking we could pass through there, and even if we do get distracted by the Vistani, we'll make up enough time by the shortcut that it won't matter.
That is the hope.
Alright?
Is Ismark, do you have any spirits?
Oh, like
And
alcohol?
then I shake my flask at him.
I have a
He goes, bro!
bottle. I have one bottle of wine. I could get from inside if you give me a moment.
Yeah, I trouble you.
No, of course. It's the least I could do to repay you for now.
Thank you so much. And I will fill up my flask with whatever he gives me, and in the meantime, I'm going to run to the bathroom.
All right. So Daedric, Ismark runs inside, and then he kind of leaves the door open if you guys want to go in, but if not, he comes back out quite quickly, and he's got 3 bottles of wine in his hand, and he says, "Here, I'll just gift these to you. They're from the Wizard of Wines, which is a winery. I have this one," and he looks at it, and it's a purple grape mash number 6. And then another bottle, a little smaller, and it says Red Dragon Crush. And then another one that is like a champagne bottle that says Champagne Duelist Stomp.
I'll take the code red.
Okay, he offers all 3 to you.
Oh.
Here, for payment. For now.
Yep. You can say. Yeah.
I'll take all 3. I'll keep the red one for myself, and I'll pass the other 2 out to whoever's closest.
So there's a purple grape lash and a grape mash, and then a champagne Duelist Stomp.
I'll take the champagne and say, yeah, this will be good for maybe celebrating once we get home. We'll just, whatever we determine our goal is, whenever we accomplish that.
I'll hold on to the purple grape mash. I feel like it would pair well with my pie.
Sure. You may keep it. And then Ismark kind of invites you inside and says, if you're ready, Irina should be prepared.
Perfect.
Alright, Tina?
Okay, so just to run down the plan again. So we're planning
Here we go.
to break off travel. We're gonna start to the west out of town, cross over the bridge, over the river, and then we're going to break right away from the gallows and towards that little encampment. We're gonna pass through the encampment so that we can like see what the Vistani are up to in there, and then hopefully that shortcut through there past the encampment will make up some time. And we will then cross the river once again, go up, pass through the gates, entirely ignoring Castle Ravenloft because we do not want to go there. And then our goal is to make it to the Old Bone Grinder by sundown. If we can get there, get pies, and get out and get to Vallaki but before nightfall, great. If not, our plan is to stay in Old Bone Grinder for the night and get to Vallaki in the morning.
Yeah,
Aye, aye, Captain.
Any objections?
that sounds about right.
Awesome. I cannot wait for this to go off the rails and entirely not work as I just laid out.
Alright,
But
let's
that-
not manifest anything.
That is
Let's
my
just talk
favorite
to
part
Irina.
about making a plan. Is
You-
it never works out.
Yeah, your energy is a lot right now. Let's just go meet Irina. Irina!
Okay, so if you guys enter the home, you can just stand like in the entryway, and Ismark calls Irina. They're ready to go, I think. And coming down from like the stairs where her room is. Sorry, let me pull up the right tab. You see Irina, and she's not in her pajamas, basically, as you saw her last time. This is what she looks like. If I showed it right.
Oh, okay.
She is
Are you a little baddie?
She is dressed in armor. She has a sword at her side. Her hair is down. She seems ready to go. Shorty got the fatty. Shorty be catching moves.
I'm gonna walk up to her and say, "You carry yourself in battle."
She looks down at you and she goes, "Can you?"
Oh, she got you.
I walk away.
All right.
Is Irina human?
She looks human. Doesn't have pointed ears or anything. Yeah.
Does that armor look fitted to her? Like it does in that picture? Like
Yep.
it was made for her? It almost looks like?
It looks fitted very well to her.
I go,
Her brother, who is a little stockier and a little taller, probably wouldn't fit him.
Sure.
She comes down and she's kind of adjusting it a little bit. She's like, I haven't worn this in a while. It's yeah.
I'm guessing. Apologies, not guessing. But I am asking. Would you have won it on a raid on the castle?
I was thinking the same
A
thing.
raid on the castle. I would never do something so foolish, but I know it will protect me for the most part.
Were you conscripted?
No,
I'm curious.
my father was very.
Is that a common
very,
thing? I know nothing about your culture.
A common thing?
So, like, is it a common thing for, like, people in your culture to buy, like,
Absolutely
ornamental
not.
suits of
No,
armor?
in fact, most people in this village couldn't afford it, but with my father's influence and his, he wanted to keep me safe, we made, the proper precautions.
Hell yeah. Awesome.
All right.
Cool.
Are we
My
ready
my
to go?
curiosity is sated. Your sword is cool as fuck.
Thanks.
I'm
And
like-
you said your goodbyes.
Not quite. And so she approaches Ismark, and they look at each other, and they embrace and hug tightly, and as they let go, Ismark's holding her arms, and he says, "Be safe. Be strong. After my duties are completed here, I'll come visit and find you and make sure you're okay." And she nods, and she says, "I love you." And he goes, "I love you too, sister. He looks at you guys, and he goes, "Please, do what you can."
Right. That armor and sword will serve as a last-ditch effort only. We will take any fight that comes our way. And
Well, maybe not every fight,
well,
he says.
We'll try to avoid as many fights as possible. But if one does come, we are the first armor. That is the second armor.
Okay. Yes, sounds great. Well, if you're ready to go off, then I have some rations.
Oh, perfect.
If you need some, he gives you like 3 days rations.
Sweet.
You shouldn't need this, but once you get to Vallaki, just in case. All
That's
right.
good.
Well, I thank you all. The way out, and Irina says, I can show them. And he goes, okay, but be careful. She goes, I know. And she leads you out.
All right.
So she takes you guys, if you're ready to go.
Yeah.
Takes you back through the square.
As soon as we're outside and away from Ismark, I'm gonna say, yeah, that whole bit about your armor will serve, and that was entirely for your brother's benefit, just to make him feel better. I have no idea what's going to happen on the road, and I want to be brutally honest with you.
Yes, I have a little bit of anxiety, I will admit, but you all seem capable, and Ismark seems to trust you, and...
I mean, likewise, you seem capable, and
Thank you.
Ismark trusts you. I guess.
Yes, I will not say I'm not accustomed to the sword. I have had a bit of training, and, I feel more comfortable having people.
Oh, well, yeah, me too.
Around me on this
I'm
journey.
not just wandering around alone for a reason.
Yes. From what I know, I've never been to Vallaki. I have rarely left Barovia, even outside the village walls, so,
All right, then. Well, we plan to make only 1.5 stops.
whatever you all think is safest.
Right.
And,
Security is our
Move
top
them up,
priority.
move them out.
yeah. So
Security
she-
and pies.
Right. So she takes you again through the city, through the village. You pass Mad Mary's townhouse. You pass Builder's Mercantile. You pass the square. You pass the tavern. Notably, fuck this place. Notably, the tavern lights are now on. There doesn't seem to be any like commotion coming from it, but the lights are on. If Daedric, you would be interested in stopping.
Would you mind if I stepped inside for a second?
Make it quick,
You good?
but absolutely.
I just want to buy a bottle of rum. Is all I want to do.
Okay. Do you go inside?
Yeah, but we don't have to RP it. I want to get on the road and everything. I just want to run in, grab a bottle of rum, pay
Sure.
for it,
Sure. Yeah, you go inside, and Eric is the bartender standing at the counter, and he says, "Hello. Can I help?"
Why don't you put a bottle of rum?
We have wine. Do you want some wine?
Do you have anything stronger?
He, with, like, strangely, like, no enthusiasm or anything. He's kind of like that little sour guy from Wreck-It Ralph.
This is Eric.
This is Eric.
Ooh.
We have wine.
Alright, and I'm just gonna walk out.
Okay. He doesn't say anything. He was cleaning cups. And, yeah, Irina.
Lollygagging, lads. Let's go.
Sure.
Yep. Lead on. I guess Irina, you probably know the way better than any of us, but just by proxy. But I think we're just following one road.
Yeah,
right?
Irina, you're up front with me. I'll lead the way.
Oh, okay. So yeah, marching order.
Don't
We can
worry.
have merit.
Don't worry, Irina. The closer you are to danger, the farther you are from harm.
I don't understand.
I will be right behind Irina.
Okay, so we have Merritt and Irina side by side,
Yep.
and then Daedric.
I'll take up the rear.
Where would you like to be?
Wherever.
With Daedric. Okay, and then sure, that's fine. You guys kind of walk around the church, and around the graveyard, which has the iron gate. But Irina kind of stops for a second and just looks.
Would you like to pay your respects?
It's quite alright. I did before you took my father's body. I just, I'd like to go.
Lead on.
Let's go. And you go around the graveyard from what Daedric and Fjell saw the other night, or last night, I guess, the ghosts went around the graveyard and threw a trail. And, that's the way you go. Get out of here.
Hey, wait, do we want to talk to him and ask about holy water?
I don't know, did you?
I'm asking Fiel. I mean, you said that to the store owner. I just didn't know if that was like a bargaining technique, or you actually wanted to stop and ask Padre about holy water.
It was a bargaining technique, but now that you say it out loud, it's not the worst idea in the world.
I mean, do we have the time, really? He's kind of slow. And if
No
we
one
go
has
back in
to
there...
hold it and dump out our real water?
Let's just go.
If we go back in there, I will want to kill the vampire kid again.
Let's definitely go.
No.
All right. I'm just saying, I don't think
No.
we're gonna have another opportunity to fight vampires on this trip. That's all I'm saying.
Certainly not.
Never know. We fought trees yesterday. Could be anything.
Okay. So you guys approach this trail
We don't need holy water, do we?
into the just a trail. Irina tells you this is the Old Sphalic Trail. It runs through Barovia, the village, and also the country.
Right. The Vistani mentioned something about that.
What?
The city's name is Barovia.
Mm.
But was there a Barovia before it?
The country is also called Barovia. Yes.
I see.
Oh, it's like Australia.
I don't-
It's sort of a continent and a country.
I don't actually. I don't think that's here. Is that where you're from?
No, never been.
That's
Just heard of it.
quite odd.
Where lots of amazing and deadly creatures come from, though. So I've always wanted to go.
Yes, there are lots of deadly creatures here too, and if it's anything like here, I'd like to not. But yes, so we're approaching the river. If you can hear it, and you do, you hear the river, the same river you kind of heard, when you were approaching Barovia the first time. And as you walk out of the village, you enter a foggy trail. Not quite as obscured as when you awoke in the fog, for sure. But kind of looks like this. And you're approaching a river. And when it comes within sight, the river is flowing like as clear, super clear, as a blue wintry sky. Like it's so bright and so blue. It doesn't look muddy or gunky or anything. Seems to be about 50 feet wide, and if you look in, it doesn't look super deep. Certainly not like the Mississippi or anything. Like it's just a small river. And there's this arching stone bridge that kind of spans over it, which is in the direction of the way you're walking. So
Alrighty.
if you'd like to approach and...
Yeah.
Okay. Cole, can you roll a d20 for me?
I can indeed. I'm
Thank
gonna
you.
use my grog die.
Hell yeah.
Go grog. 2.
Go.
Okay.
Grog.
All right. So you guys walk over the bridge, and you approach like the trail continues. And let me look at the map real quick. The woods around you get a little thicker. Nothing like too particularly dense, but Irina, it's quiet. It's quieter. You're walking away from the river. Irina kind of clutches her sword at her hilt a little tighter. And Kane, as you're walking, your foot kind of like kicks something real quick, and you look down, and you see you can't quite tell right now, but it's something in the dirt, like a little trinket maybe. You reach
I'll
down.
bend down to pick it
Okay, roll a d100 for me.
up. Ooh. Okay. I'll use my big boy.
Oh.
I'm gonna roll it in here because it doesn't roll very well in the box. That is a 48.
Okay.
My big D100.
Okay. So
It's
as
the
you
bomb that killed us all.
as you kick, you're like, what the hell? And you reach down and you pat it off with dirt, and it's a small urn.
Urn?
An urn. Do you pick it up?
How big? Like,
Small.
oh,
Small
okay.
urn.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Like, that's weird. What color is it?
Black.
Black? Like painted black? Is it open? Is it cracked? Is it?
It's not open.
It's not open.
Looks old.
Does it seem sealed? Like sealed by something?
It's like maybe like screw.
Oh.
It's small though, like this big.
Irina,
Yes.
I found this. Do people like?
Oh.
Hold on.
It's just a.
What?
It's
What'd
just.
you find?
I just found it. It was like I accidentally kicked it. Actually, I'm glad I didn't break it. It's like made out of like a clay or something. Okay, yeah. Like I'm surprised it didn't break it. I was entirely not paying attention, but it. I just found it. It was laying there like halfway buried in the dirt. It's just a clay urn.
Finding things in the
Can I
woods
shake it?
isn't
Does it sound like
always
there's
the
anything in there?
It
best.
sounds like there's like.
Like a dust of some kind? Ooh. It sounds like there's some like dust. Is it?
I think there's probably ashes in there.
Yeah, Vistani burn their dead, right?
They do.
Oh, okay. Ooh, I'll set it back down and like, I am very sorry, sir or
Yeah.
madam.
Sure. That's really weird.
Well,
should
hold on, wait a minute. Do they just like abandon these urns? Or do they usually carry them around? Do you know anything about the Vistani?
I don't. I didn't even know they used urns, to be honest.
Well,
Making our way to
we're
Vistani.
making our way to the Vistani. Maybe they'd like it if we returned this.
Bring it with us.
Oh.
I mean, generally you don't put the ashes of your dead in an urn and keep them unless you are planning to keep them or bring them somewhere for a specific purpose. And I only know this because my people burn their dead.
Whatever you guys think, I know we bury ours, so it's not.
I say we take the urn with us to
I'll
the
take the
Vistani.
urn with us.
Okay. You now have one small urn.
Okay.
Okay.
I just assume that this is a funerary urn. Given the color, given what I think is inside of it, though I'm not going to open it because I don't want to sully it or tamper with it or anything. But,
Sure.
Yeah, one small urn. I'm going to guess that there is a group of Vistani that might want this back.
I don't. It could be. I don't typically speak to the
Do you
Vistani.
dislike the Vistani as much as your brother? Because he doesn't like them.
The Vistani are a very weird group. They
Right.
It's rumored that some of them are they work for the devil.
Oh.
But
It's rough.
I don't think all. Maybe not. I've never really met one myself. I tended to stay home. But I know of one. She they like to read fortunes.
Eva.
Yes, Madame Ava.
Yeah.
I know she's quite famous among them. But
I've heard of her from old what's her name, but I really would love to meet her.
Oh,
I know we
okay.
don't probably have the time today, but I would love my fortune read.
Yes, I've never met her. I don't know where she could live.
Well,
there are quite a
perhaps
few Vistani camps
if this
throughout
is
the
at
country,
all-
the valley.
If this is at all something, I don't know if sacred's the right word, but at least like respected by the Vistani, referencing to the urn.
Sure.
Then maybe we could, I don't know, trade an urn for a
Ooh.
reading.
They do. They like to trade. Sure. I do wish that hopefully we could get to Vallaki within the evening.
Right, that is, of course, the plan, or at least we'll get very close. We have a stopping point marked out on the map that I know is a safe place.
Sure.
And if we don't make it all the way there, then hopefully we can at least make it to our secondary location.
Okay.
Like 10 seconds.
What are your thoughts on feats?
To signify this level up real quick, as we begin walking and we're really finally setting off on this trip together as like kind of a group, Fail's just going to like quietly hand everybody like just a small shale rock, and on it is another rune. But he hands it to everybody except for Irina. He didn't make one for Irina. That's just for the four of us. Fiel hands everybody a thin piece of shale rock that has this unique-looking rune carved into it, and he tells everyone that it is Fared, the journey rune.
Does it do anything?
Go on a journey. That's so nice.
Then we level up.
Okay, break over. You have entered the woods, found an urn. You're walking for a little bit, and then you come across ahead of you, and Merritt and Irina would see this first, but it's not hard to see. An old wooden gallows kind of creaks in the chill wind that blows down from the high ground of the west. A frayed length of rope dances from its beam, The well-worn road splits here, and a signpost opposite the gallows points off in 3 directions. Barovia Village to the east, Sayre Pool to the northwest, and Ravenloft/Valakai to the southwest. Or Valaki, whichever.
Okay.
And you are at a you are now at a crossroad.
Yo.
We know by our map that we want to head towards Sayre Pool.
That was the plan initially. Those gallows are pretty spooky, though.
Yeah, Irina, bit of advice. Just whenever Kane stops talking, listen, but also try and do like a containment, sort of like pick a path and just like stick with it, sort of try and keep him on track. That's what I found is you just sort of like gotta drive the narrative a bit.
Huh. Oh.
Because he's a bit of
I think Merritt's trying to talk you into walking over to those gallows.
I'm not interested
Merritt,
in
how
that.
dare you? This is clearly very dangerous. We need to take this seriously.
right. You mean, do you want me to see if anybody's over there?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Can you do the spooky sensey thing?
No. I'll do this though. And I'll press like my thumbs to my throat and do this. And I'll cast thaumaturgy to make my voice 3 times louder and go, hello!
Irina goes, perhaps you shouldn't have done that, and I need you to roll a d20.
Like this plan.
Roll a d20. Roll a d20.
You know, it would be really funny if you're like, roll a d20. Now add your dexterity modifier. And are you proficient in this saving throw? add the proficiency bonus.
14.
And you failed. You take 36 fire damage.
Alright. So, your voice echoes a little bit, and the wind kind of whistles.
Merritt, I love this style. Absolute reckless abandon is entirely what I'm here for.
And you hear some, like, movement in the woods. Yeah, just some woods creaking and stuff. Do you,
I'm going to pull my
Okay, stop.
axe out and just carry it in one hand.
Stop, Kyle. Okay. Alright. That's all you hear, though. Do you approach the gallows? There's no sound, really, other than that.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything. I think we're fine. So,
Alright.
no one answered my call, so.
Yeah, no. I guess we don't have to go to the gallows.
Well, the gallows right there. You're at the crossroads, and the gallows
it's
are right there.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, the northwest fork kind of slants down and disappears into the trees, and then the southwest fork kind of clings, like, to an upward slope, and across from the gallows, which are not, you don't have to make a decision before you get to the gallows, like, they're right there. A low wall, which is, like, crumbling in a couple places, partially encloses, like, a small plot of graves that are shrouded in the fog.
Ooh, yeah. I mean,
Want to explain your earn there?
yeah. Oh well, maybe that's possible, but also like maybe not, because like graves are like that's where people bury their dead. It would seem to me that there are 2 very different ways, very different people that prep their dead in very different ways, right?
Open the inn, Mr. Reckless Abandon. See what's inside.
Absolutely not. That would be irresponsible.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I am
That's
Mr.
what I thought.
Responsibility. That being said, are we going to the right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so you did not approach the gallows? I'm sorry.
No.
I don't think there's a need to. Do you think we need to?
Thiel specifically said earlier he did not want to go to the
He didn't
gallows.
really say
We
that.
did say that.
So
Alright, come on then, Mr. Responsible.
Okay, so you guys start to make your way towards what you would assume is the Sayre Pool, and you hear a creaking noise behind you coming from the gallows.
Ooh.
Where there was nothing before, now hangs a lifeless gray body. The breeze turns the hanged figure slowly so that it fixes its dead eyes on you.
and that is why we are not going to the gallows. Shall we press on?
How did it get there?
I do not care.
Yeah, now I'm really interested, lads.
I do not care.
Oh, come on.
It suddenly smells like death.
I mean...
Dode.
We need to
You have
leave.
to make it by midnight. You have to make it by sundown. Alright.
Let's go.
Yes, I think we probably should keep going. This makes me uncomfortable.
Me too, but I love it.
I'm kind of getting an undead vibe, which is kind of my
Right,
sweet spot. But
right.
I could shoot an arrow at it if
I
you really
wouldn't
want
do
me
that,
to.
but like we should probably make sure it doesn't try to follow us.
I was joking. We could just walk.
All right, I want to keep an eye on it, make sure it doesn't follow us, because I am certain that thing is
Assuredly,
alive.
be keeping an eye on it.
actually undead, mate. Not alive, but yeah.
You guys keep walking, and it's just kind of swaying in the wind. Its head kind of pointed in your direction, but it's not moving or getting off. In the distance, you hear a caw, caw, caw.
Oh, yeah.
Just
hey,
some ravens.
Hey, remember what you said about entertainment? Something tells me that we just passed up prime time. Yeah, something tells me they might not be very happy about that, and they might force, like, some sort of really shitty television on us.
We blink to
Hunger
see
Games,
it.
mate. This isn't the Hunger Games. Probably just keep walking. That's a horror play for you.
Yeah, that's for sure.
You guys keep
Alright,
going.
alright, we're going.
Alright, so you get 15, 20 feet into the woods. Still kind of dark. The gallows kind of disappear behind you. The thing didn't hop off or move or anything.
Good.
And then suddenly, you, like the caw, 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 caw gets closer and closer and closer. And Fjell, out of the air, a raven swoops at your head. And with its claws, it's going to try and hit you. And it doesn't with it, too. I don't know. 6. Will 6 hit you?
Can I use my superiority die to make a reactionary attack on a creature that just missed an attack against me?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay.
That's high.
I don't even know what that is.
23.
Yeah, that'll
Do
fucking
you
hit.
add to
Oh.
the damage or to the hit?
To the damage.
Wow.
You're just swiping at this bird.
Yeah.
These ravens look a little different than the ones that you kind of saw in the woods. They're a little bigger. They're a little darker. Their eyes are redder.
Mhm.
They seem creepier. But yeah, that hits.
Is there like a pack of them?
There's 4.
A flock?
There's like 4 flying overhead.
Murder.
Do you roll max damage?
Max damage, baby!
Okay.
That's going to be 14 damage.
Okay. And with what did you do?
So as this bird kind of comes down and I notice it like claws out coming towards me.
Yeah, beak.
Yeah. Just coming straight towards me. I just what's it called? Just with like kind of a quick flash of movement, I just throw my hand up and like that and grab one of my daisho as I do, and just take its head off as it comes.
Yep, absolutely. It's a raven. You slice its head off and it into the ground, and the other ravens flying overhead. They all 3 kind of swoop in and roll for initiative
Okay.
as you are being attacked by a small swarm of ravens. Go on, then. Go on. Ooh, wow. Actually, that was a really good roll for me.
What'd you roll
Oh,
then?
you good, you had Piercer.
Yeah, thanks.
Good job.
I rolled really good.
Yeah, me too.
I did too.
Okay. Cole, go ahead.
I had a 19.
Oh, nice. Drake? Daedric?
17.
Okay. Merritt?
Natural 20, so 23. Yeah,
Okay.
use it on initiative.
And Fjell?
8.
8. Okay. Merritt, these birds are flying quite close to your face, all 3 of them, and it is your turn.
Say me.
Yes, Merritt.
Well, me.
Little old you.
Alright. Let me see here.
Kyle, what kind of damage
I'm
did you do?
going to pull out one of my
And what was the-
daggers. Or I guess both my daggers.
How much damage?
One in each hand.
14.
Or can I? Because
Just
yes,
barely
I have
killed.
2.
Okay.
Oh, it's a bonus action to do 2 weapon fighting. I'll have bonus action. What the fuck am I doing? So I'll pull out both my daggers, and assuming they swoop down to my height, which
Yeah.
I guess you said they are,
They're like right in your face.
I will swipe at whichever the first one that comes near me
Sure, go ahead.
with my dagger. Alright, that's... Ooh, it's a +5. How exciting. That's a 15.
That'll hit.
Alright. 1d4 plus 3. Nice, max damage, so 7.
Hell yeah.
And that was piercing damage?
I'm sorry?
Piercing damage?
Yes, piercing damage.
Do I round up or down?
Don't forget about Piercer.
Round in the player's
Yeah,
favor is usually
because I got that.
5e's bit.
Okay,
And
awesome.
then
So slash it. It's still flying.
Okay, and then with my bonus action, I'll dual weapon fighting and slash again.
Okay, you slash at the same one?
Yeah.
Okay.
9.
9 will miss, unfortunately. So you try to swipe at this bird and it gets right out of your face. Just a little bit.
Okay.
And then, Kane, it is your go. You see these swarm of ravens, 3 of them flying right next to Merritt's face. You're pretty close.
Am I close enough that I can't make a ranged attack, or should I back up first?
I'd say if you were third in line, you're probably about 10 feet away.
Okay, perfect. Then I'm not at any disadvantage for a ranged attack.
No.
Then okay. Then since there's 3 of them, I'm gonna go. Oh shit, Merritt! Watch yourself! And I'm going to channel a scorching ray, 1 at each of them,
Okay, go
because
ahead.
it shoots out 3 bolts. So
Is it like to hit?
it is
you roll?
3 attacks.
Go ahead.
1 at each of the creatures. The first one is another natural 19 for a
Yep.
24.
Yeah, that'll do it. For that one.
Hell
And
yeah.
then a natural 18
That'll
for a
hit.
23. And then a natural 20.
Yeah,
Oh my
alright.
God.
So, natural 20 on the third one.
Wow, this die is beautiful.
Okay.
The Grom dice?
No, it was my orange fiery die. It's like the only one I've been rolling for gain.
Perfect for your character.
Danger dice. We'll go with these dice. So the first one takes, because of my fiery adept feature, it will take 6 fire damage.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
That one, you see it in a burst of flame. It falls to the ground.
The second one will take 10 fire damage.
Same thing. Just poof in a cloud of flame. It cooks bird flies through the air.
Third one, which was a crit, will
Yes.
take 16 fire damage.
Once more, very easily, you knock these birds right out of the sky, and they are all dead. And Irina, who is clutching her sword like this right in front of her face, is like,
I look over at
"Whoa!"
Daedric and I say, Daedric, I am so sorry. I did not think that would be that effective. I promise next time it's all you, baby. Next time it's all you.
That was whew.
Yeah, you know,
Hey,
it's
just
not
boots.
Kate and I's fault that we're the muscle of the group, alright?
I mean, she's right.
Daedric rolls his eyes and keeps walking.
I'm so sorry.
Real quick, did they get like burnt to a crisp, or is scorching ray not actual fire damage? Is
No,
it
it's
like,
it's actual fire damage.
okay, are these things like crispy on the ground, like roast turkey legs?
I mean, yeah, they're burned. They're dead.
No, I mean like, yeah, okay, so there's like still some burn to be looking at though.
Oh yeah, they weren't like burned to ash.
Okay. I'm going to just sort of like look at one and like poke open like one of its eyes. You said they're like blood red.
Yeah. Not like the ravens you were seeing in the town.
I'll like look down at them, and then I'll look up at Daedric, and my eyes are the same as the birds. I'm like, ah!
And Irina goes, "Oh, those."
Oh, no, that's right. That was me reacting. That wasn't Daedric.
I really like to imagine that was Daedric's reaction.
Yeah, no, okay, yeah, that was Daedric's reaction. Fuck it. That's more fun.
Irina goes, "Oh, those must have been sent by the devil. Most of the ravens don't actually look like that. Oh,
It's
And
good.
I
Hey,
blink my eyes and they change back. And I say, oh,
Oh,
that's,
oh my.
Sorry about that. Then that's probably a bit traumatizing.
yeah, it was.
yeah, slow
that was
down,
a lot.
Slow down.
Okay, okay,
In,
Who's ready for
hold it,
Thank you.
and out.
okay.
Breathing.
Sure. Yeah.
Seriously, you can't catch yourself hyperventilating like that. You might pass out.
Yeah,
and you'll
I'm
be
sorry.
better.
I just.
No, it's okay. I understand. It's really
It's been a while since I've been, away from home, so
Breathing.
that was just a lot.
breathing helps.
Yeah. Let's just keep going.
Okay.
Yeah, back up front with me, Arena.
Okay. Yes, of course. She joins you back up front, and you guys keep walking.
Yeah. Can I just like try Kane's level best to keep a more watchful eye out for things just waiting in the woods like that?
Yeah, you sure can. You want to roll just a perception check
Right.
while we're chilling?
Aid him in that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Perception check.
You can either roll with advantage or you can roll both. You can roll.
You roll with advantage.
Okay. Well, that was a natural 4 with advantage. That was a 3 and a 4.
Okay.
So
Yeah, as
it
you're
comes
walking.
to it comes to a 4 plus my 3 plus so it comes to a 9.
Okay. You continue hearing ravens and
It all
just the
comes
wind
to-
blowing, but
Not seeing any danger.
Not for now.
It's just to be playful. It's
yeah, you.
I throw fire at it.
As they're,
Shoot fire!
as they're looking around, I'm gonna turn to Irina and say, sorry about that back there. I didn't mean to give you a
Oh.
prize. It's a bit of a
Oh no, it's
judgment play.
no, it's really fine. I should probably be aware that these things are gonna come. I just the ravens. We have them in Barovia, and they've never done that.
Right.
They always these twisted.
The ravens.
Yes.
We have ravens in the village, but
If it makes you feel any better, I've never seen a raven do that either.
yeah, I don't know. That just seemed, I don't know, maybe because I left the safety of my home and we're not quite to the safety of Valakai, that perhaps the devil is, watching somehow. She kind of looks around. Like,
Yeah.
oh, fuck.
About that, and I'm gonna lean in a bit. I'm like, girl here. You brought mention that you've gotten personal visits from his evilness, and yeah. What's all that?
I suppose while we're walking I can indulge, but every once in a while I have these dreams, and just some fuzzy dreams that I don't remember a lot, but I just remember seeing this blazing hunger in the eyes of a figure, and sometimes a man and sometimes a woman, but I think both the same person. I think it's the devil, and I feel not safe saying, but Strahd. I know, right? Oh. I feel so bad. I feel my father's fate was because of me. I don't know why this Strahd wants me, but he does.
It'd be wise not to say his name.
You're right. The devil.
She knows better than anyone. Come on, get to the good stuff.
It's
Clearly.
Why? Why would it be wise not to say his name? Does anybody else feel like that's not a self-fulfilling prophecy? If you say his name, it gives him power. But that's the only thing that gives it power, is that fear, that belief?
No, some say that when you do speak his name, he can see where you are.
He already sees where we are. He just sent 4 ravens.
Maybe.
We don't know that. It could just be demonic ravens.
That's a very good point. Okay.
Either way,
What if we had a code name for him?
The devil?
Darst.
No. That's silly.
Let's maybe just stick with devil since it's the colloquial term.
It's just that.
She grips her sword a little bit, like she's feeling anxious talking about it.
Right, has he ever visited you more physically, not in like that kind of way, but I mean maybe in that kind of way, but also just like literally like outside of your noggin, like in real life? You've never like on the sea.
For a while after the dreams, we had like wolves and these creepy. I suppose they were like zombies almost. They would come and attack the house every night, but one night I had this particularly scary dream, and I heard Ismark calling my name and snapped out of it. I thought I was in bed sleeping, but when I woke up, I was standing on my windowsill, and he was standing, floating outside my window, and there was blood on his teeth, and my neck hurt, and she covers her neck.
Oh, you said it. You can't
Look at that
unsay it.
freaky shit.
Well,
You did by...
I don't say that.
okay. I was like,
But-
I don't know
but
what you'd say to that.
You did, by definition, do that freaky shit.
Okay, so I was bitten, but I'm not a vampire. Obviously.
Yeah. I heard you have to die for that.
Donovich would say that you either had to be drained completely of your blood and killed to come back like that, or 3 bites.
So which of the two happened to Donovich's kid?
I don't know what happened to Doru.
Alright. Sorry, is that a sore subject? I don't know how close you two were.
He was my friend.
Oh, I'm very sorry then, but...
It's okay.
I mean, he ain't doing so good.
I know, but we don't know what happened. He came back and he was not himself. But the reason Ismark wants me gone right now is, well, I was bitten twice.
Oh,
So-
no. Oh, we're at DEFCON 0 here, ladies and gents.
So I have to get to safety. You understand?
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Changes everything.
I mean, it does...
Does it?
It doesn't change a lot. It does make me more anxious.
No one else in the village has been brave enough to help Ismark, and I'm so grateful you have, but
That's valid. That does make me a little bit more nervous with how closely this path gets us to the castle, but, live and let live.
yeah, you're my best hope for protection. I mean, I really can, to an extent, protect myself, but obviously not completely. And as you are finishing this conversation, the woods kind of open up, and, sorry, let me get to the page. The road gradually kind of disappears, and Irina removes her hand from her hilt, and the road is replaced by this twisted, muddy path through the trees. There's deep ruts in the earth that are kind of pretty evident of the comings and goings of wagons. The canopy of mist and branches like suddenly gives way to like a small clearing next to the river. You would assume is the River Ivlis. It widens to form a small lake that's several hundred feet across. There are 5 colorful round tents, each about 10 feet in diameter, that are pitched outside a ring of like 4 barrel-topped wagons. A much larger tent stands near the shore of the lake. Its sagging form is kind of lit from the inside. Near the tent, there are like 7 or 8 like unbridled horses. They're just drinking from the river. The mournful strains of an accordion kind of clash with the singing of several brightly clad figures sitting around a bonfire. A footpath eventually continues beyond the encampment. Further. You'd have to walk through the encampment to get to it, but it kind of meanders north between the river and the forest.
What is the plan?
Alright.
Oh, this is your bit.
Yeah, Phil, I think this is our Vistani.
Huh.
So,
As you approach...
I have 2 goals.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
I have 2 goals. 1, I do want to get my fortune told. That would be very cool. I have 3 goals. 2, I hope that this is theirs and I want to return it to them. Just because that feels like the right thing to do. 3, I want to see if they will either sell or trade or in any way provide us with at least like 3 horses, because that could cut down our travel time a lot.
I just by eyeing it, doubt we will be able to trade for horses. We probably don't have the resources to trade for their horses. If they'd even be willing to trade them at all.
Couldn't hurt to ask, right?
Well, I suppose it could, but not too terribly.
As you guys approach, you see about 12 seemingly Vistani men and women who are standing and sitting and dancing around the fire, seemingly like singing or telling stories. They're guzzling wine.
E drinkers, I like it.
Yeah. If you walk up, one or two or maybe three kind of peek. They perk up and they notice you and they wave you over. One of them leaps up and starts to walk towards you.
Yeah, Irina, stick close, yeah, babe?
I will.
Good day.
Oh, hello! New faces around! Have a drink! He offers you a flask. Join us!
Much appreciated. Thank you.
Oh, yes.
We won't be staying long. We're just passing through on our way across the countryside.
Okay. Well, you know, it was fated that you would come and visit our humble camp. Madam Eva foretold you're coming. A yellow one, two short ones, and a big one. Don't know about this one with the armor and the sword, though. But you are welcome to stay and drink and sing with us if you'd like.
How excellent. Madam Eva has heard we were coming.
Oh, of course. She knows everything.
It was good.
Her tent is right over here. Yes?
Is she here in camp?
What?
Madam Eva, is she here in camp?
Oh, yes, her big tent over here. The biggest tent of the group that's lit from the inside. He kind of points to it. Right over this way. Or if you'd like to relax for a little bit, take a break. We are just beginning our stories. Oh my gosh. It's so wonderful to sit and drink and have stories. Come, sit in real quick. We'll just tell a quick one.
I mean,
Listen, I don't know if it's just the cane talking in me, but I'm really willing to risk our lives to take this fortune.
Of course, I mean, the fortune is... it's Madam Eva's specialty. You are more than welcome to go do that, but... we can postpone the little story.
But first, a story.
A story? Yes, alright, of course, a story.
how about
No, not interested in any story. Cane
No.
is one of your fortunes.
oh, not without. I mean, I kind of want to like have the whole group there for that.
Come on, let's listen to some stories, just for a moment. It'll only take a second. The latest fun just fell off the table.
Merit, stories is how cultures develop. It's how they are told.
Especially true, young friend.
How about this? You will tell one, I will tell one, and then we go meet you.
Okay, let's go. I'm going to tell you all the story. Come. And he motions for you guys to come to the bonfire, where everybody now at the bonfire, very clearly intoxicated. This dude who brought you up is maybe the only sober one. And they're all cheering and, like, motioning for you to come. Yes, please come. Yes, it's very wonderful.
My wife.
My wife.
Very
My wife, please.
I knew this would just be a Borat fanfic.
I didn't mean it, but let's go. So would you like to stay for the story?
I would love to hear
Oh
your
my
story.
gosh, okay. So the music kind of simmers down a little bit and everybody quiets and there's a hush that goes over. And he goes, once, a mighty wizard came to this land. A year ago, perhaps, maybe more. Perhaps hundreds of years. But I remember him like it was yesterday. He stood exactly where you're standing, and he looks at you, Fjell. A very charismatic man he was. He thought he could rally the people of Barovia against the devil Strahd. And everybody goes,
Ooh, I'll play into it. Oh.
He stirred them with the thoughts of revolution and revolt and bore them to the castle en masse. And the Vistani are, oh no. When the vampire appeared, the wizard's peasant army fled in terror. A few stood their ground and were never seen again. The wizard and the vampire cast spells at each other. Their battle flew from the country roads of Ravenloft to a precipice overlooking the falls. He like motions to the west. I saw the battle with my own eyes. Thunder shook the mountainside, and great rocks tumbled down upon the wizard. Yet by his magic he survived, and it was ooh. Lightning from the heavens struck the wizard, and again he stood his ground. But when the devil Strahd fell upon him, the wizard's magic couldn't save him. And they go, oh. I saw him be thrown 1,000 feet to his death. I climbed down the river to search for the wizard's body to see if, he had anything of value. And everybody's like, oh, yeah, yeah. But the river Iblis had already spirited him away. And his body
Great Ghibli film.
and his values have not been seen since. And they go, oh. Yeah, all right. And then he bows. And he goes back to dancing. I have music playing. If you guys care to sit, they dance.
That was wonderful. I have a black urn I found in the road. Is it yours?
Do you ask the guy who's
Yes,
telling
I
the story?
pull it out.
Oh!
I wait for the whole story to finish. I say, I heard that you burned your dead. I am also from a culture who burns their dead, and we do something similar.
Okay,
on
yes. I
occasion.
mean, we do burn our dead, but we definitely don't keep them in urns.
Oh.
My friend, you have disturbed something very... You shouldn't have done that. Don't bring that in here. Get that out.
Nice. Nice.
No.
Awesome.
Definitely not with study. I couldn't tell you where it came from, but it's old. We don't do that. We
Well,
send
now-
ours out into the water, and we travel, and we burn them, and then they burn, and then we pray.
I will
and
put it back in my pack, and
Okay.
I will do a little dance. 'Cause I'm like,
I do a little dance.
I do my little dance.
Okay.
Because I have a cool urn.
All right.
You said Mad Mega's the big one. A great story.
Oh, yes, I do. I did say that. Hold on, let me get you to the picture you're supposed to look at. It's hard because I have a lot of pictures, so I have to scroll.
I wife.
Oh, wow.
Okay, you're not there, but I couldn't.
Oh, there were just too many.
Yeah, there's too many. Okay, so there you go. So there's the encampment. There's everybody. The tent, you can see her little sticker, is in the back. I can take you to her if you want. I'm sure she's very interested in narrating your fortune.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I'll take like the 10 minutes, and I'll run 10 minutes to make up for it.
What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
Yeah, let's.
Do not worry about it, and do not forget, I owe you a story.
You do, my friend. You owe me a story, and I will owe you a drink if you do give me that story.
We will attend
Oh, we
Madame
can split
Ava
up.
first.
Yes.
My fortune, if you want to stay and tell the story,
That
Phil.
works quite as well.
It's up to you.
Go with her to get her fortune told.
I am so much more interested in
No,
fortunes
you all.
than stories.
Yes, forget the stories. Madame Ava's
Phil,
number
go
one.
to,
You
stick
all
with
should
Irina.
go. What?
I said, Phil, you should stick with Irina and tell your story, and we'll go get some fortune.
No, that's ridiculous. Take this girl, I don't know. Go get your fortune read. You can always come back and tell me a story. Madame Ava needs to speak to all of you. And he turns and he starts dancing again.
Yeah.
All right.
I already like this lady.
It is decided.
Now I have one goal. It is to figure out what this haunted urn is. Maybe Madame Ava will know.
Perhaps it was the person that was hung at the gallows.
Oh, maybe. Maybe they'll know. Should we go back and ask them?
I don't
Uh-huh.
like you.
You're just saying that.
I
You say I
probably,
really don't like you.
I probably could spend the minute it takes walking over there to find out for you if it's haunted.
Why don't we go talk to Madame Ava? Maybe she can tell if it's haunted.
Yeah, let's just go talk to them.
All right, rain check on
Go.
that.
I call going first, though. I call going first.
I call going second.
All right.
You guys go in
Oh,
Approach.
Straighten up as we walk in.
tent. Okay, you
Get my buttons up.
you walk a bit away from the people. There's other, there's caravans and there's tents and stuff if you're interested. The horses don't seem to pay you any mind. They're just fucking thirsty. Do you guys approach the tent? Yeah.
I have a small trinket that I wear around my neck that is a Githzerai trinket,
Mhm.
and I'm actually gonna pull it out and wear it over my armor,
Okay.
just because it's like a little beaded necklace.
Mhm.
It's just like a little and it's got like a little silvery jewel in it.
Mhm.
That's about it.
Okay, cool. Do you approach the tent?
Yeah.
Okay. Before you step inside, you hear a, "Come in, children. I know you're standing there. Come see Madame
Okay.
Eva." Okay, I will. Do you approach Madame Eva?
Yes.
Okay. Can we figure out how I can show these, King?
I mean, you got the video. Can we do that? Or you wanting to do it?
I
on
was
a
gonna
table?
do a. Well, I
Okay.
don't have to. I can just show the card if you want.
It's if you want to show it on a table, I
Oh,
can.
Yeah, that's easy enough. We can just hold the camera above the.
Uh,
Here, Cole.
you
Mine
use
can
yours.
probably.
Let me. I was gonna say I can move stuff over. I could do it like right. Well, if that plate was in the way.
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah, we can move
1 second.
some of this stuff here.
Wow.
You can keep that there.
And if you'll have enough room, like in front of it.
Yeah, right here is fine. If you can see that, okay.
We'll get it. We'll get it.
Your camera.
Yeah, we know.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay. Where am I at? Right here?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, I'm so excited.
So you walk into this tent and you see a little old, very ancient woman sitting there. She's got like a Vistani like scarf on her head. She's sitting at a table. Let me see real quick. There's some magic flames that are kind of casting like a reddish glow over the interior of the tent, which kind of reveal this low table covered in a black velvet cloth. Glints of light seem to flash from crystal balls on the tables as a hunched ancient figure peers into its depths. As the crone starts to speak, her voice crackles like dry weeds. "At last, you have arrived." And so this cackled lightning kind of bursts, or cackled laughter bursts from her withered lips. "Come sit in Madame Eva's tent."
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you walk in.
Walk right in, sit on the floor
All
if I
right.
need to.
Oh, look at all of you. Please sit down. Fiel, it is so wonderful to see you in my tent, as well as Merit and Daedric and the Cane. From far off lands, all of you come.
Madame Eva, it is good to finally meet you.
Oh.
Putting your face to the name.
Oh, you've heard of me too, as I've heard of you, I see. Very interesting. Yes. Okay. You are here for a reading, are you not?
I am here to.
Absolutely.
Yes?
Yeah. Yeah.
We are
Okay.
open books.
All right. Well, I will get right to it, my children. And she takes a big stack of cards you guys can't see. And she lays them out. Sorry. I'm running out of room. She lays. Woo! And does this with her
Fucking
fingers.
rat.
She's like, "I will get right into your reading. You must stay quiet, or the voices of the past and the future cannot get to Madame Eva. Do you understand? Do you understand? Do you understand, dwarf?"
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, miss.
Thank you. Card number 1. The magic flame seems to darken, and the music is not as exciting. This card tells of history, knowledge of the ancient will help you better understand your enemy. The philanthropist! Oh! Look!
Now, when you use that voice you cut out, what do you say?
The philanthropist. Oh.
Oh.
Look to a place where sickness and madness are bred, where children once cried and treasure lies still. This card tells of a powerful force for good and protection.
We didn't pick up any of that last sentence.
Okay. This card, can you hear me? Am I too high?
Yes. I think it's too high.
Yeah.
Tells of a powerful force for good and protection, a holy symbol of great hope. The Avenger. This treasure lies in a dragon's house. And her eyes dart to you, Merritt. She looks at you and says, in hands once clean, now corrupted. This card is one of power and strength. It tells of a weapon of vengeance, a sword of sunlight. The hooded one. The treasure is inside the head of a giant statue at the Amber Temple. This card sheds light on one who will help you greatly in battle against the darkness and the devil. The beast, a werewolf, holds a secret hatred for your enemy. Oops. Use her hatred in your advantage. Finally, your enemy is a creature of darkness, whose powers are beyond mortality. Beware, this card will lead you to him. The dungeon. He lurks in a hall of bones, in the dark pits of his castle. But beware, the castle is a deadly place. Only those with capable strength and experience dare to enter, lest they return, like the priest's son. Or worse, not at all. My card reading is complete. You may go.
Thank you, Madam Ava.
You're very welcome, Phil.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're so
Before
welcome.
you use it.
Thank you for visiting, Madam Eva. Stop clapping at me.
Do you know what this is?
An urn.
Alright, touche. More specifically, do you know where it could have come from?
A family of a mourning dead person. I don't know.
Alright. Thanks, Ava. You're class A.
Thank you so much. Get out, please.
Okay, bye.
Okay.
Don't worry, we will find the origin of this one.
Well, that was informational.
Right, we don't have time to break down all of it, because that was overwhelming, and I need a chance to soak it all in.
Right.
As we walk,
I just have one.
that's maybe
I have a
the
question.
greatest moment
I
of my
got.
life.
I got a question. So wait. So like at the beginning, she said we had a foe in the philanthropist, and at the end, it was an enemy in the dungeon. Are those? Was that?
No, the first one was like the history, like why the past.
Oh, I heard a foe. I was.
Yeah, but it's about like history.
Also, we had the dungeon was our path into the castle.
The first card, the philanthropist, was like the history and the knowledge of our enemy.
Got it. Then
So
there
it was
was.
like the past.
Then there was the good Avenger Dragon's house, and then the power sword with the hood and one giant statue temple, and then an ally in the beast werewolf, and then the enemy in the dungeon. The donjon. Alright. Bet. I have all I need to go off of. Irina, are you satisfied?
That was, I don't know if I've ever experienced anything like that at all, and I'm not quite sure I ever would like to.
It's pretty cool, though. I mean, you
Sh-
gotta admit. I mean, whatever. It's not a culture you have to partake in every day, but like to
suppose.
view it
She
as
could
an
have just
objective
been
third
giving you
party.
a lot of, like, bullshit, you know?
Okay, so it was
What?
fun.
Okay. I don't know.
So could your god, but I mean, you
I
know,
just,
it's
I
like
feel, I just feel a little unsafe here. I don't know.
Let us keep going.
Again, I think that's racially biased, but I don't think we have time to unpack it.
Okay.
Would you like to inquire about the horses?
Yeah, I kind of would. I'm gonna walk back over to the group of them. To the group.
Okay, they're dancing away.
Hey!
Oh my goodness, hello! Did you go to Madam
Madam
Eva?
Eva was wonderful.
I know, isn't she so
Hey,
great?
are those horses for trade?
Of course not. Why would you think so?
I don't know. I
No, we are travelers. We need our horses. We have some treasures for trade if you have something of value, but
I haven't earned.
that is not the value to our kin, my friend.
That's okay. I have a few gold pieces, but aside from that,
Phil probably can make you a protection room, right, Phil?
I, in fact, can make you a protection room.
Oh, that's very
Yeah, we have some uses for
interesting. Okay, can I see this in action, please?
I mean, it depends on what you have to trade first.
No, you go first. That's more fun that way.
Well, I mean, he's not going to create the thing if just for no reason.
Well-
It takes some work on his end.
I can carve Scold, which is the shield room.
A shield room. Will it protect me?
And has properties to keep you safe,
How so?
as much as the Fates.
The Fates.
Runes are not drawings or scrollings. They are a embodiment, in fact, of the physical world and the ethereal world into one. Runes were not thought of. They were not created as language is.
This is so interesting to me. Please keep going.
When the giants first learned to harness the elements around them, they did so by applying certain pressure points to the material world.
Yes, that is wonderful.
It was only after applying these pressure points that they discovered that these points formed patterns,
Okay.
such as the constellations in the sky.
Okay, the what? Sure, to go on.
And when these patterns were traced, runes.
Gold? Okay, how about this? I'll look at you all a deal because I'm a trader and I like you guys. You seem very fun. How about this? You make your little rune thing. You show me how much gold you're willing to give me, and I will go into my little my home, my wagon, and I will see what I think is valuable enough for what you are giving me. I will not take your stuff until I give you something. Of course, I'm not going to swindle you. Of course. What say you? Friends? Storytellers? Come on, I still need that story, by the way, friend.
I mean, I'll throw in 10 gold, sure.
I will
10
also,
gold, okay.
I will also throw in 10 gold.
10
I was
gold?
going to say the same
Wow.
thing.
Okay, 20 gold. And a rune stone, whatever.
And a runestone.
Okay, little one, what are you going to give me some gold? Dwarf.
Reach up on the counter and I'll slide 10 gold forward.
Okay, we're just standing outside.
Oh, okay.
They're standing kind of close to the fire.
Then I will count out 10 gold.
Okay.
And I will add it too.
Yeah, what can you get us for 30 gold in a magical,
Invaluable.
mystical...
It's magical!
Well, I mean, it's...
Is it magical?
It's tied to magic.
It's over the
Well,
years.
that's different than magical,
I
friend.
mean, I know that. and
Okay,
you
well, I know that
and
too.
you
So
know
you
that.
can't say magical and then say it's not really. It's tied to magic.
Yeah, but it's invaluable. Not just anyone can make these runes.
That is actually very
Alright,
true.
this is like
One
his
of
thing.
a kind.
Look at his face. Look at his face. You think anyone's face looks like that? No.
All right, that's true. You've got a little bit of a fucked up face. Okay. How about this? I'll be right back. I'll get a couple things. You get to pick from the couple things what you want. Okay? BRB. Roll a d100.
Okay.
Daedric, I want you to roll a d100 as well.
Oh, yeah!
42!
Ready?
Favorite number.
Are you fucking kidding me? I rolled a 42. I'm not fucking kidding.
Okay, that's
I
fine.
rolled a fucking 42.
Merritt, will you roll a d100? And Kane, will you roll a d100,
I'm gonna
please?
roll the big ball in this
Yes,
thing.
roll the big ball.
11.
Hold on. What do I have to roll? Oh, yeah, okay, here we go. 29.
Sub 50 gang.
Yeah, I was gonna say, damn.
Yeah.
What is that? Okay, hold on.
Oh,
So he's gone for quite a minute,
that was a good stretch.
and he comes back, running out of his little wagon. He's like, okay, so I have quite a few things for you guys, but you can't have everything. You get to pick. How about that?
We pick 1 or 2 or
Well,
3.
yeah, let me show you, okay? So he pulls something out of his sack. It's 2 small glass vials. These are good. If you're ever hurt, you drink them and then you feel better. They're 2 healing potions. Okay?
Moderate?
Just regular healing potions, I suppose. Okay, so there's your first option. You seem, yes, big man seem to be understanding it. Okay, that's 2 of them. But I also have this one. It's a little bit bigger, but it's only 1-time use, okay? Little bigger, still will heal you a little bit better, but you can only drink it 1 time, okay? It's a potion of greater healing.
Nice.
Or, you throw in another 100 gold, and they'll give you this. And he holds up the bag. And it suspiciously looks like a bag of holding.
How much?
Oh, guys, I really like those.
He wants 130 gold and your rune.
For all of it?
For just the bag of holding.
For just the bag of holding.
If you want all of it, I'll have to recalculate some things. Or, I've got something else in the back, but what you're showing me is not good enough.
I mean, what would make it good enough? What do you like? Do you like gold? Do you like stuff?
I like gold, I like stuff. I like a lot of things.
I could,
May I offer a suggestion?
Go on.
May I make an offer?
Okay.
How about the 30 gold, the rune, 70 more gold for the bag. Even 100.
So 100 gold and then the rune for the bag?
So 70 on top of the 30 we gave him.
Yeah, that would be fine for the bag.
right, but what do you have in the back? Because I'm, depending on what you show, I could, make it a bit bigger.
No, ma'am, it does not work that way. You must show me more, and then I will decide if that is something that I think you would want.
I'm gonna use. Not yet.
Well, you see, I have something, but I'm very, very, very fond of it. So I'm not willing to part with it.
And he
Yeah.
leans in real close to you, and he goes, "What would that be?" And he smells awfully of alcohol.
You see, I'm, and I like look it up, and I change my eyes to look like like Amity's dragon gold eyes.
Ooh.
I say I'm related to dragons. I come from dragons, and I
Dragon.
know them intimately. And I can offer a piece of a dragon to you, the magic of which has bestowed me my own. And I can maybe spare a piece of a dragon that is literally a gold dragon, invaluable.
Are you really offering that?
I mean, I'm presenting it. Depending on what he counters with, will depend on what we're offering off.
Roll a persuasion check.
I think
14.
14. Okay, he looks at you and he goes, "Alright. Give me 1 moment, I'll be right back." And he runs back into his thing.
I'm gonna have to retire this capper dice unless I'm playing capper because it's rolling like fucking shit.
Okay.
Are we trying to get these health potions in this bag?
want the bag. I want the bag more than anything.
Fair enough.
I mean, yeah, but I'm trying to see what the big guns is holding the bag. He's also very intoxicated. So his big guns could be one of these fucking pies. Alright, I don't know. I'm just offering. I wanted to put something forward that could.
No, yeah, you're smart. That was a good move.
My eyes are still dragging there to stay up for a minute. And if they go away, I'll keep them up.
It was a good move, Captain.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was pretty smooth.
He returns, and he's got a small stone in his hand.
Stone?
A little rock that has a gemstone embedded into the middle of it. Listen. This is very, very important to my tribe, okay? Don't laugh at me. If I give this to you and they know that I gave it to you and I got shit in return, then they're going to kick my ass out of here, okay? And I cannot survive in the woods on my own, please? Yes, right?
Right.
So, before I give this to you, remind me again what you're offering me.
Well, it's not an entire one because when I found it, it was in pieces, but it is a piece of a gold dragon scale. Again, the likes of which are never to be seen, much less, I'm sure, in this area, and is literally invaluable, and holds a bit of dragon magic. I can prove it if you like.
Prove it, yes.
Amity climbs around my shoulders. Through my connection
What?
in studying this dragon scale,
What the fuck?
Amity has
There's a
come
real
to,
dragon. Is that real? Can I touch it?
Of course. And
Oh
Amity
my
climbs
fucking
over
god.
down my arm.
Oh, what the fuck? I don't even want to. Okay, and then he reaches out and touches it. Oh.
Amity, knowing obviously what I'm doing, leans in, and
Oh my god. Will I get one of these if I take your thingy?
it's absolutely possible. It happened to me.
Oh
You have
my
to study
god.
and really learn its ways and connect with the essence
Okay.
of the dragon.
I'll give you this. I want 150 gold, the runestone. I want your little dragon scale. I will give you the bag and this rock.
What is the rock? What does it do?
It gives you good luck.
I want to cast Magic Awareness once, one of my 2 times per this long rest, and scan the lot of the things that he's presented to make sure they're all magical.
Okay.
Can I take the rock and say, I'm not going to take it. You can just honestly even put it on the table. And can I just make I don't know, I guess history
You can make
check
an
or something
Arcana
to see
check.
if I know.
Can I make an Arcana check?
If you guys want to know what the
I'm-
what the rock is,
Can I judge him as a person?
make an okay. Fuck. Make an insight check. You and Elena roll Arcana. Drake, do your little thingy. You said it's 60 feet though.
60 feet.
Okay. Let me...
19 for an Arcana check.
Very nice.
Okay, hold on, Elena.
You're fine.
Damn it, Alina. Jesus.
Okay. Elena, Cole, what did you roll?
I rolled an 18 for an Arcana check.
You both know that this is a stone of good luck.
I love just being able to roll shit at initiative.
Knowing that, it is a stone that requires attunement. And when you are attuned to it, you gain a +1 bonus to ability checks and saving throws.
Ooh.
Not lads, but if I'm giving up my fucking dragon scale.
Yeah.
I'm giving a 21 on the,
21 on
the-
insight. What are you trying to check?
I just want to judge him as a person right now, as to see what's going on here. Like, is he seem skeevy?
You'd think that maybe there are better deals in the world. He maybe is trying to get a little more gold than he thinks the stuff is worth. But at the same time, compared to Bildrith's, this is maybe the best spot to get some stuff.
Okay.
Alright, Mal, can you rerun down his order again? He wanted 130 gold. The rune stone,
150.
Yeah, hold on. He
and
wanted
the scale.
hold on. He wanted 150 gold. He wanted the runestone, and he wanted the scale. And in return, he would give you either the 2 potions, the 1 greater potion, or the bag of holding, and the stone.
So the bag or the stone and the bag?
The stone for sure, and then one of the three. So either the bag, the greater potion, or the 2 potions.
That bag.
And then Daedric, what did you... Hold on. Daedric, you noticed that there are magic items in every single tent and every single caravan and on every single person in this camp.
Okay. I don't say anything.
All right. So, counter proposal.
You still hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I realize this. I noticed this. I don't say anything about it.
Great.
Okay.
So counter proposal.
Go on.
It seems like you just upped. I mean, I was running the numbers, and it seems like you just upped it there, kind of sneakily. But that's fine. I won't call you on it.
Okay, you're clearly calling on me on it, but that's fine.
All I'm suggesting then.
I mean, you tried to tell me that the thing was fucking magic, and it's not really magic,
well,
and we both know that, so...
It is indeed magic. It's tied to rune magic. It doesn't have to be.
It's tied to rune magic, but it doesn't mean it's necessary. And go on. What are you trying to talk about?
Okay, we're getting the semantics here, buddy.
Sure.
Anyways, my point being, if we want to talk semantics, we can talk about the 20 gold hike that you just put into this pricing. So I think you can definitely afford.
I didn't do a 20 gold hike.
It was a 20 gold
I
hike.
told you could have the bag for 100 gold, and then if you want both things, I want 50 more. That's all.
But we're throwing the dragon tooth in. We were going trade for trade.
Right, that's what I'm saying. If you're throwing the little dragon scale in, then I want the extra 50 gold. Bag, 100 gold. Scale, 150.
I think you can do bag and one of the little healing potions. Just one of the two little ones for the same price. I think you can throw that in there because we've been so cool. And if you do...
in that story from Phil.
And well, the story from Mel. But if you do, then I can make this a real party. And I kind of glance over at the bonfire and I say, "Your bonfire looks a little light."
Make a persuasion check.
Okay, I'll try.
Go ahead and make it with advantage.
Okay, I'll really try then. Ooh, 17 and a -1.
Okay. He kind of strokes his little curly goatee beard. How about this? How about you give me 150 gold pieces? You make me a kick-ass runestone. You give me that kick-ass scale. You tell me a fucking good story. And I'll throw in that potion.
Can we make that happen between us?
I will contribute 50 gold.
I will also contribute 50 gold.
I will contribute one of my scales.
I will contribute a runestone. I really have no interest in this transaction.
Alright,
So right now we have 100 gold.
Alright, I'll throw... I just feel like you're not understanding the value of a fucking dragon scale.
I know, but I really like gold. I love gold so fucking much. There are people around here that I don't know what I'm going to get for that dragon scale, but I know what I can get for gold. So this is what I want. This is what I'm offering. I can take that 50 gold off and keep my stone.
No, I'm getting the stone because I'm giving you the scale.
Okay, well then I want the 150 gold.
Potions are not worth it. Alright.
And a story. I gave you a story. I deserve the story.
I'm gonna look to fucking... What's your name? Kate. Do we need these potions? You're the fucking healer. Do we need this potion?
I would like one potion. Mostly to be used on me, because I don't think any of you have any real healing abilities.
I do.
Oh, I need to go back to my camp. Come on.
Fine.
I'm just concerned for the eventuality that one of us... that.
No. So, okay, the way I understood the deal now is 150 gold, runestone, scale, story, or
yeah.
one other thing, and then for those things, we get the bag of holding, one potion of healing, and this stone.
Correct.
This This is a good deal.
I think this is a great deal. I think this is a fine.
Great. I'll throw in my fucking 50 gold. In.
Oh, thank
If you don't want to, I can throw in 60 to where you only have to throw in 40.
Great. That makes you feel a lot better. Thanks, Kane.
I'll throw in another 10 as well, so you don't have to throw in that.
And I will reach into my pouch and pull out one. Probably it's about. Normal dragon scale's fucking huge, so. For a gnome, it's probably the size of a gnome palm, and it's gold. It's a real dragon
Oh
scale.
my goodness. This is so fucking epic. Thank you so much for giving this to me.
Gene poggers, mate.
I don't know what that means, but it's very poggers to me.
All right.
Please give me that.
The whole bit is very
So
KW.
He
60
tucks it into his
Amity and I
jacket.
just start simultaneously cursing and Draconic at him.
That's
But that makes
60
it sound saccharine sweet.
from
that's
60
nice.
from me and Daedric, and 30 from Merritt.
Right.
Deal.
Do you have a surface by which you would like this rune inscribed? Or,
Could you do it on the stone, the scale? Or will it break? You're actually carving it into it.
It takes a lot.
Yes.
Oh, no. There's some rocks over by the... Shut the fuck up. Over by the river. Go get the rock. I'll get the rock for you real quick.
I have...
You go prepare by the fire to tell your story. I'll get the rock. I'll come back. And you can carve it.
Excellent.
Okay, I'll be right back. He runs and he grabs a rock and he comes back.
Woo!
He comes back filled with a stone. It's kind of wet and glossy from the river, but it's a decently sized stone.
Ooh,
Could you-
Yo, this stone slaps.
Yeah,
This stone is fucking
it's a
sick.
fucking good item. So is the bag of holding.
Yeah.
Some good rolls on your fucking luck trinket shit. Okay, story time, please.
The rock.
Here you go.
He's gonna take out his golden... He's gonna take out his golden daisho and start carving while he goes into talking.
Is that made of gold?
Did we get this guy's name
The
wrong?
hilt.
No. Would you like a name? Do you ask him for a name?
Yeah. Well, I'm handing over my shit and cursing at him in Draconic.
Okay, what is your name first?
My dragon's name is Amity.
Oh, I
You get
forgot
to name
you
your
had
own
to
dragon. You really try hard.
I will do it.
And my name is Merritt. These are my men.
Wow.
My merry men.
Oh my god. You are quite powerful, strong
it's
woman.
like some reverse harem situation. That's not. I didn't mean it like
No, you're like Madame Eva. She's the fucking boss of the whole fucking place. You're the boss.
Yeah.
Good for you.
He's the boss.
My name is
Yeah.
Walter.
Walter?
Yes.
I love that name.
Thanks. It's the true Barodian name that I found on my list.
This
Yes.
is a very good name.
Thank you. Walter Zalkin. If you really need to know my last name, but I assume after this meeting I will be on my way somewhere else.
Hey, so Walter Zalkin, everybody else around here is really scared to say the name Strahd, but you just blurt that out in the middle of your stories.
Sure.
Is it, normal?
He's just the Lord of Barovia. What the?
All right, that's kind of what I figued. A lot.
I
of
mean, he
people-
is like the fucking vampire,
I heard that
Yeah.
somewhere. Yeah.
but as long as the Vistani are pretty cool, we don't really fuck with him, so he doesn't fuck with us. Those Barovians, though, I don't know what the fuck they did to piss him off, but he does not like them at all.
Yeah, they're the ones that are scared to say it.
Irina, at this point, I forgot she was there. She has now been dragged into the group of the Vistani and is being forced to dance. She is very uncomfortable looking.
Oh no.
But she is.
She has some clear anxiety issues. We need to pull her out of there.
Oh yes, I'm so sorry. I thought
We fucking buried her dead today. Give us some fucking slack.
you buried someone. Oh my god, it was so bad.
Yeah.
Well, then she's probably feeling really good right now. Maybe they gave her a drink or something. Anyway, thank you. Can you tell me a story?
It is,
Let's walk over to the group. Yes. Group, my Vistani tribe. Everybody, shut the fuck up! And my fucking giant friend is going to tell us a story. Yes.
My
And
wife.
yes, let's tell a story, fucking giant friend. And Irina is like, and backs away and sits on a log.
Diedrich sort of just plops down on the dirt,
All right.
and he's gonna, with his teeth, open the code red wine that he got, and he's just going to start drinking that, and he's going to play with his bag of holding.
Okay, sure.
So, as Fial kind of walks in, he's just gonna kind of come in and he's gonna say, "Thank you all for being so welcoming and allowing a sharing of cultures. It truly gives me hope to see such niceties in a land such as this." And he's gonna plop down on a stump or whatever. He's gonna take out this stone, and he's going to take out his dagger, the one with the gold hilt to it.
Ooh.
And he's going to start carving.
Ah.
He's going to say, "Far to the east, beyond the winding waters of the Sword Coast, beyond the islands of Alaron and the Dunal forests, beyond the heights of the Far Height Range, there is a nation of Jin. In Jin, there is a tribe, my tribe, known as the Jin Jotun. We were known for much in our time, but more than anything, we were known for the rune. The oldest of the runes, Fjell, the mountain rune, stands above all else and is what connected them to each other. Vind, the wind, to sky, the cloud, ice, the frost, to Ild, the fire, all connected by the mountain. But it was not until the day that Uvar, the storm rune, brought Uven, the enemy, to the mountain, that all Stig, light, was lost. A true time of darkness and dode.
When he says this, I'm going to use control flames to dim the fire a bit. Just plain up. Do it subtly. Just like,
A true time of darkness and dode was set upon the lands. Blood ran through, and in the cracks was formed of the mountain was formed the first blood rune. It was not as this blood ran, it formed deep with rage. It swelled and it bubbled until Krieg was formed along the mountainside. The rune of war. War raged. It attracted much attention. Haug of the raging hill giants. Wyrm of the ravenous dragons. And even rulers that wanted to claim Fjell as its own, rising to Kong, the king rune. Until finally, one year, light shined again. Helig, the sacred rune, was found by no mention and no history. It came by no prophet and by no fate, but to save, nonetheless. And it brought with it Ven, the true thing that can unite us all, in the darkest of darks. And as he says that he's kind of really digging in and into this last piece to bring the lightest of lights. And he does one last little stab, and this like whole chunk falls out that leaves like these solid circles that you see in a lot of these runes. And it brought Ven. And he turns it and he shows the friend rune. And he gives it back to
Walter.
To Walter.
Oh my god. That was amazing! And they all start clapping. And wow! And he looks at him and I will cherish this forever. And if I ever see you again, friend, I will know that we are indeed bonded by the fates and friends. And he like lifts his drink up into the air and they go, yeah! Woohoo! And they drink. It's like 10 o'clock in the morning, by the way.
Yeah. Man, these guys, I mean, This seems like my people. Like, if we get to Valaki and there's not much going on there.
You're going to Valaki?
Yeah,
Oh my
actually.
goodness, that's where we have another tribe up there. You're just following the old Sphalic road, yes?
Yeah, that's the plan.
Pretty much the only way to get there. It's really, you need to stay out of the forest and the mountains to be safe, yes.
That's what we've been told.
We noticed by our map that there might be an easy way to cut through up this way to get back to the road. And he just kind of like gestures up the direction we were going to be heading.
Sure.
Is that still safe?
This will take you, right to the Strahd Falls. If you go back... So if you go back southward, you will head back toward Borovia. So if you want to go that way, you can. But if you're going to Valaki, you pass the Strahd Falls and keep going. But you'll get to these gates. To the east is the Castle Ravenloft, you know, after Strahd's mother and everything. So don't go that way.
No, didn't know that.
What? You didn't know what?
We know nothing. We know the name.
What do you mean you know nothing? You know all those sorts of things.
Well, yeah, but not about this place.
Oh, yeah, you're very new. I keep forgetting that. You don't really seem from around here. I don't know if I've seen people like you, especially all of you before. Dwarf, maybe, but everybody else, no.
Even he's a particularly,
yeah,
unique
he doesn't,
dwarf.
he's got the hood on. I don't really...
I'm just take my word.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. But anyway, yeah, so Strahd built this castle. He named it after his mommy. He's a really mommy's boy. Girl, sometimes I think he is. But either way, Ravenloft after mama, don't go there. He will fuck you up. Just stay out of his way. And then you'll pass through the gates, go to Valaki. You'll pass the mill.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't fucking go there, okay?
What?
What do you mean, what? It's a fucking old bone grinder. Does that sound safe to you guys?
I mean, I was told that they sell pies out of there.
Who?
Morgantha.
Yeah, I don't know who the fuck that is. Stay
Well,
the fuck away from the old bone grinder, okay?
No, no.
Okay, you will die, but okay.
No, we're fine.
It's very dangerous.
I
Old
will say
Sphalic
that-
Road
okay,
passes
okay,
through
okay.
Strahd's domain. The whole place is Strahd's domain. You've
Well-
got Valaki, past the old bone grinder, and then you've got Krezik to the west. It's furthest away from Strahd, so I guess if you don't really want to fuck with them, you'd want to go over there. I don't know where you're going or why,
All right,
but
well, hold on, real quick.
Stick to the
In your
road.
professional traveler
Yes.
opinion, can we get to Valaki by the end of the day? You think?
he looks up, kind of figures out where the sun is. Yeah, if you don't fucking stop at old bone grinder, you definitely get there pretty soon. It's not very far.
Well, we'll consider maybe.
I'm just saying, if you fucking die, your soul, we all know this, your soul will never escape. Don't you know this, you guys? And they all go, yeah, we know.
Yeah, again, we know nothing, but this is really
Listen.
good teasing
You-
of information you have going
Yeah.
on.
I was just telling you what I know. I'm drinking a lot. I don't really know you guys. You seem really cool. If you die, your soul is stuck here. If you have been really bad, it goes into the raven flies away, and you have to, it's just really bad. So don't fucking do any of that shit.
Alright.
What?
I'm just curious now, because bad is very subjective. Bad from the perspective of, a general sense of philosophical morality, or bad from the sense of, who Strahd deems bad?
What do you mean? You die, and either you are stuck here and you're, I don't know, a spooky guy, or you get thrown into a raven. I don't actually know, really.
Okay.
Just don't kill a raven, or killing the ravens is really, really bad luck.
Ooh. Damn.
Why do you say that, friend? Why do you guys say these things?
What happened to
We
an
do be
individual?
killing ravens.
Now.
You killed the ravens!
well,
Did you
hold on,
kill
hold
one?
on,
Was it
listen,
an accident of
hold on,
raven killing?
Listen.
What happened to an individual who may have killed 3 of them with fireballs?
Now, listen
It doesn't
to
matter
me
how you
real
fucking
quick.
killed them.
Because does your sense of fate and raven morality
Listen,
prescribe to
listen,
the
buddy.
to the
Listen,
self-defense?
now you're
jurisdiction?
making me a little scared, because if you fucking killed a raven, and if you've killed multiple ones, the ravens carry the lost souls with them. If you fucking kill them, you are bad luck. We don't want that bad luck shit around here, so you guys might want to get the fuck out before my buddies find out that you have killed the ravens.
That sounds lovely.
All right, we'll go.
You guys have caused me so much stress, and I'm not even that far into my 3rd drink, so I'm going to need you guys to please leave. You talk to Madam Eva, I'm not giving you a fucking order. Just get out of here.
We better go.
All right.
We'll be on our way.
It was
Thank you.
great to see you.
Very
Yes,
much.
but friend, if you ever want to come back, we may not be here, we may, I don't know, we travel a lot. So just, I don't know, give me a call.
We will look out for you. Thank you, friend.
Yes, thank you guys, I love you.
Yep. See you guys.
Alright, goodbye. Say goodbye, friends, and then all the Vistani goodbye, we're really drunk, goodbye. and Irina is already standing as far away from the encampment as she can, close to the road. Let's go, please. Can we go? Let's go.
Yep, we are on the way.
Comfortable.
Well, that was entirely worth it.
Okay.
Guys, I don't.
Walter waves you away. He's smiling. He's got his dragon scale in his hand. He's waving it around like he won something cool. You guys proceed back into the wooded area. Fog begins to envelop you a little bit more again, and that is where we will end tonight's session
Very good.
of Curse of Strahd.